Greetings and welcome to Appleton North High School as we have our video stream game of the week. And tonight from the Fox Valley Association, week number 3 already. We have Appleton North here hosting Kaukauna. I am Joey D alongside Dick Napinski. And, well, Dick, just about game time here. Week number 3 already, man. It just seems like it's kind of flying by. School just started.
It did, and that's the funny thing about the high school football season, Joey, is that you've got a couple games before school starts, and now the school year is underway. It's starting to get that feel, a little bit of cooler temperatures. It's feeling like football season.
Absolutely. So here tonight we have Appleton North coming in at 1-1, Kaukauna in at 2-0 on the season. What are you expecting?
Well, Appleton North, they lost a tough game to a Franklin team that Coach Rob Salm said we knew they were going to be tough coming in, and they were. They won that one the last 4 seconds with a touchdown pass. Otherwise, the Lightning would be 2-0 right now. Meanwhile, Kaukauna's got a little bit of a swagger. They're 2-0 here. They were 6-0 in the games they played last year, had to forfeit one because of a COVID protocol. But at that point, they're coming in with confidence, but they know this is a step up for them. They're taking on one of the top 10 teams in Division I in the state, a battle for first place in the conference, and they want to prove themselves to the big boys.
Appleton North, they lost to Franklin 35-31 and beat Green Bay Preble 56-6. Kaukauna, a couple of wins. They beat Schwabenon 48-24 and Green Bay Southwest last week 28-6, so they come in at 2-0. We will take a break here, and we will come back and talk about this one, and we will have the kickoff coming up right after this here on our Fox Communities Credit Union video stream game of the week.
I'm Adam Landsver, and I am the Chief Lending Officer at Fox Communities Credit Union. For those that have a mortgage, it's important to review it very frequently. It's at minimum annually. Many of our members have taken the opportunity to cash out some money to put in that backyard pool that you've been seeing down the road, or consolidate debt, or pay off your loan faster to match your retirement. That's why we're here to help, right? We're here to help them succeed financially. End of story.
Fox Communities Credit Union. Wisconsin Savings Bank.
The projects we construct afford us the opportunity to help those in need in more ways than one. And the momentum we create as a team allows us to make an impact greater than any one of us can achieve on our own. We are part of the community. We are where we live. We are Myron Construction.
All right, back here at Appleton North High School, we are just about ready for high school football here on this Friday night. A beautiful Friday night that we have as we are into the month of September. A little overcast, but man, this is absolutely football weather, and we got a good one here. It is Appleton North and Kaukauna that are going at it here in a very key third game of the season here for both of the squads. Got Appleton North in their dark uniforms with the white numerals. And Kaukauna coming out with Coach Matt Binsfield and their white uniforms. How about some keys to the game here, Dick?
Absolutely, the key to the game. First one is how Kaukauna can deal with the experienced line, both sides of Appleton North. That's a very experienced line, a lot of seniors on that line, a lot of size on that line. Can Kaukauna do their job and win the battle in the trenches? Number two, can Appleton North, excuse me, do a nice job against the speedy Kaukauna receivers led by Carson Sipple. He was second in the state in the 200 in track last year, so he does have speed. Big guy as well. Can the linebackers and D-backs keep up with them? And then, of course, it comes down to execution, doing your job, especially for Kaukauna. A little bit smaller team, not as much depth as Appleton North has. Appleton North getting a couple of their defensive linemen back after some injuries. So Kaukauna is going to have to, I guess, punch above their weight a little bit here tonight to stand up to the Lightning. But it's going to be a great game, great matchup. Two proud programs from a lot of years, and what Matt Binsfeld has done with Kaukauna, bringing them back and making them into a solid contender. Just a marvelous job that he's done with the Ghosts.
Absolutely. Here we go. Going left to right, it will be Appleton North to receive the opening kickoff. We are underway here on this Friday night. A nice high booming kick into the end zone. And so Appleton North will take over on their own 20-yard line to start things out here. And coming out with their quarterback, Matthew Sheckelman. He has had a pretty good start to the season.
And Sheckelman, a big size, 6'4", 210-pound senior, coming out here. And he also has a good running game. He ran for 117 yards, a couple touchdowns against Franklin. And he can throw the ball as well, 172 yards through the air thus far. But he's going to be handing off to Cal Martini, who's had a couple of big games already. He's already well over 300 yards for the season.
Oh, we'll definitely be talking about Mr. Martini. And this one up the middle, across for a first down. So one play and one first down. Here's Sheckelman taking it himself.
And what Sheckelman did that time, you put it in Martini's belly, take it back out. You saw the line started to flow toward Cal from Kaukauna. Sheckelman just went straight through the line, gained a quick 12 yards.
Up to the 32-yard line, first down and 10. First play. I mean, that's got to feel good, too. I mean, just right out of the gate. I mean, that's what you practice all week long. Here's the quick pass out to the flat across midfield and off and running. There he goes. Cal Martini. Touchdown, Appleton North. 2 plays in, and they are up 6-0.
And what a well-designed play that time. Little bubble screen out to the left side. Get Martini some space, get some blockers in front of him. At that point, it was just a foot race. The Kaukauna D-backs could not keep up with Martini. 68 yards later, you've got a score.
Wow. That quick strike from the Lightning. See what I did there?
You wanted to use that one early, huh?
Oh, yeah, exactly. I've been working on that all week. We are only 36 seconds in to this contest. Here comes the extra point. And the kicker, Caden Pop. The kick is up, and it is good. 36 seconds in, it is Appleton North 7, and Kaukauna will get the ball when we return here on our Fox Communities Credit Union Video Stream Game of the Week.
After tonight's game, get the gang over to the Hawks Nest for some wings and pizza. After tonight's game, get the gang over to the Hawks Nest for some wings and pizza. The new Anytime menu is available 6 a.m. to close. Be sure to try their delicious Friday night fish fry. Oh, and there's free breakfast every Saturday. After tonight's game, get the gang over to the Hawks Nest for some wings and pizza. The new Anytime menu is available 6 a.m. to close. Be sure to try their delicious Friday night fish fry. Oh, and there's free breakfast every Saturday morning, 8 to 11. Check out the newly renovated Riverside patio and stage with live music weekly with local and national acts. And a private dock for all you boaters. The Hawks Nest, 1621 West Main Street in Little Chute.
My name is Mike Pastorelli, and I am the auto buying specialist.
All right, back here at Appleton North High School, where Kaukauna will take over after the kick went into the end zone. They will take over on their own 20 with 11:24 remaining here. Just 36 6 seconds in. And the first play for the Ghosts is almost intercepted, a dangerous pass. And it's broken up, so it'll be 2nd down and 10. Kaukauna coming out with their quarterback, Garrett Weinberg, off of a pretty good first couple of games here. But what can we expect from Weinberg here, Dick?
Well, Weinberg, he's got a lot of weapons out there. That time trying to go to Jacob Brockman on the quick little turnaround, something simple, but threw it behind Brockman into space. We see trips coming out to the right this time, Joey, is they're going to try to mix some things up, try to get that Lightning defense on their heels a bit.
Dropping back to pass is Weinberg, scrambling, still on his feet. Finds a guy over the 30-yard line, and that'll be a 1st down for Kaukauna. Nice good second play there after a mix-up on the first one.
Yeah, great job by the Kaukauna offensive line, too. Keeping your quarterback clean is always the #1 priority in the passing game, and that time he did that. We see a little bit of a hurry-up, trips right once again out of the Ghosts.
And here it'll pass to the flat, and it gets up to about the 41-yard line, maybe a 6-yard pickup, but we do have a flag on the play. Our first penalty marker is down on the far sideline. What did you see?
Well, we may have seen somebody line up just a little bit early, not quite in position, and that's what we're going to have, illegal procedure. Trying the hurry-up offense, sometimes with high school kids, you get yourself in a little bit of a jam because they're not quite on the line of scrimmage or they're off the line of scrimmage, and that looks like that's what happened. Somebody was not set. But what we saw in that play, Joey, was working to get Carson Sipple into some space and opening as well, and that's what they did. They gained 5 yards, but that's negated. They'll go backwards 5.
So it's 7-0 Appleton North. Here with just under 11 minutes left to play here in the first quarter. We try and get the old scoreboard to work for us. Here's the first handoff of the game, and boy, North just snuffed that one out. That's going to be a loss of a yard or two.
Yeah, great job by Nathan Schroff and Wes King in the middle of that line. They just stepped in there. Also, Will Schrader coming in, really getting a push on that line and knocking Natrop back for a loss of 1.
Natrop hey, there we go. Now we got her going. We'll tell you the time on the scoreboard, 10:25 and running here. 7-0 Appleton North. It is 2nd down and long here for Kaukauna. Rolling out is Weinberg, looking. He scrambles, has to take off running, and gets out of bounds. A couple of yards on the carry, but it's going to be 3rd down and long now for the Ghosts.
And what we saw Weinberg that time, a deliberate roll to the right, trying to give himself a little more time against that big Appleton North line. As we see another player come in, Caleb Monroe. And the other thing the Lightning have, they got 5 or 6 guys. They can rotate in on the defensive line, keep the legs fresh. Wes King, for instance, plays both offense and defensive line, so you want to spot him to see what he has. And now that a couple of the Lightning defensive linemen are back from injuries, you can do that rotation properly.
It is 3rd down and 7. The clock stops at 10:13 remaining here in the first quarter. Weinberg in the shotgun, again scrambles out. Defensive line busting through, and he gets it off. And a fumble. The catch was made by Natrop.
The Appleton North coaches wanted an incomplete pass, but Natrop
He caught that one.
He caught that one, turned, and it bounced right back into his arms.
And it ends up a 1st down here for Kaukauna. Fortunately for them, Natrop jumped right on it, and up at the 46-yard line, that's good for a 1st down. Right time at the right place.
And we're going to see, it's very important for Weinberg to be watching his receivers, and that timing is going to be so important tonight. We've already seen the pass rush from Appleton North coming in hard, disrupting things in the backfield. So the receivers are going to have to be ready, run your pattern, be in your spot where you have to be tonight.
1st and 10 on the 46-yard line, 9:40 remaining here in the first quarter, 7-0 Appleton North up. Little soft pass. Again, this is Natrop across midfield. He runs out of bounds.
And what Weinberg did so nicely there, he led Natrop, let Hunter run into the football, full stride, able to pick up 5 or 6 extra yards because of that.
And he felt the pressure coming as well, and just kind of just a little sidearm toss there. So to the 47-yard line, a pickup of 7. It'll be 2nd down and 3. Clock stops at 9:33 remaining here in this first quarter.
Yeah, a lot of different formations out of Kaukauna. This time we see double receivers on each side. On the short side here, no man in motion.
Going in motion is Jacob Brockman. Scrambling. We got another flag down on the play. Weinberg runs out of bounds across the 45, but this one is in the vicinity of holding, as they like to say, and indeed it is.
You can see Kaukana's having trouble right now maintaining the center of the line. What Appleton North is doing so well is just pushing upfield, setting those Kaukauna linemen back about a half yard, and then able to make their moves after that. And that's just working good, using leverage, using your strength, and using quickness to get inside right now. And this made Weinberg roll out more times than not tonight.
10 yards from the spot of the foul. They're going inside the 40. The 39-yard line is where they will mark it. So it will be 2nd down and 17. With 9:26 remaining here in this first quarter. Kaukauna with the ball for the first time after a quick strike from Appleton North on their first possession. And now going in motion is Natrop. But instead passing it way downfield. It is caught by Sipple and jarred loose. North has it after the turnover. That was a great catch and almost a first down, but instead North is going to get the football back.
Trent Mullen with his second straight week with an interception. He just reached into Sipple and ripped that one away. He got there a touch late. Carson had collected the football, but then Mullen reached in, grabbed it, and just used his strength and spun Sipple around, took the ball away, and fell down at midfield for the turnover.
9:06 remaining here in the first quarter. I mean, that was really close to being a first down. I mean, that wasn't a bad play at all.
No, that would have been a first down if
yeah.
Sipple had hung on to the football, but Mullen, great job ripping that out.
Right at midfield with 9:06 remaining. North up by a touchdown. A quick toss out to the left side. Damian Borland has it and gains probably about 2. It'll be 2nd down and 8 on the quick pass.
Yeah, when I'm talking with Matt Binsfeld before the game, one thing he said is going to be a key tonight, how his team handles the first few minutes of this game. You know, the classic thing, if you get hit in the face, okay, are you going to come right back from it, or are you going to say, well, North has got us? Let's see how Kaukauna reacts to this turnover.
2nd down and 8. Here is a give to Martini.
A nice job by Gage Tomchek filling that hole.
Up to the 46, so he gained a couple more. It's going to be 3rd down and about 6 now. They got to get up to the 40-yard line. Clock runs with 8:20 remaining here in the first quarter. And North on top, scoring on their first drive, getting the turnover, and now slowly coming out of
And this is where the Lightning are so dangerous. So many different things you can use here on 3rd and
4
6.
wide receivers. Look at this. 3 to the right, 1 to the left. Martini takes it, trying to get some blockers out front. Hurdling over a defender, and a flag is thrown. Not enough for a first down, but we will see what the call is. You see anything over there?
I don't know if they caught the guy blocking on the edge with a chop block or a block below the waist. That is a violation in high school football. Or hurdling.
Yeah.
Let's see what they say. We'll see what kind of machinations the referee goes through here.
Machinations, look at you.
I was looking up words before the game tonight, Joey.
It's on the 42. Here comes the official call from the man in the white hat. That's who you got to look at. Personal foul call.
Chop block.
Chop block, yep. Indeed, on Appleton North.
And you could see it. There was a great block on the edge that allowed Martini to get out there. But what happened is the blocker slid down to thigh level and below, and that's illegal in high school football, and that's what he got called for.
And so with 7:53 remaining here in the first quarter, it was almost a 4th down. It still would have been short, but they are going to back them way up. Let's see what the scoreboard says. They're on the 41-yard line. They got to get to the other 40, so that's 10 and it's going to be 19. 3rd and 19 on the 41. Back to pass, and that's usually a good call for a screenplay, but Sheckelman had nowhere to go. Nobody was open, and so the punt team comes on for Appleton North. They cannot convert after grabbing the turnover.
Yeah, good pressure by Jordan Luce as well, coming in on that one. And Sheckelman looked around. He had receivers on the edge on both sides, but nobody was open, so he just threw the ball down the middle, nice and safe. Nobody was going to get that one.
7:42 on the first quarter clock. Fox Communities Credit Union video stream game of the week. Glad to have you along with us. Second possession coming up empty here for the Lightning. So Kaukauna should have pretty good field position.
Yeah, watch Carson Sipple. He is
Yeah.
he is dangerous as a punt return. It's blocked.
And it's blocked. Kaukauna comes up with it inside the 10-yard line and taken down there.
Zach Eiding.
Special teams coming through for the Galloping Ghosts, and they will have it first and goal on the Appleton North 6-yard line. Wow.
Zach Eiding coming back. This is his first game back. He had his appendix out a little bit earlier, so this is his first game back. The block came in. Don't know if he got that, but boy, he was trying to collect that football, and he couldn't find the one Appleton North defender to try to make a step inside. Brought down. He was thinking that big blue and gold end zone down there at the south end. He was looking at that all the way.
They mark it actually on the 7-yard line. 7:32 remaining. First quarter. 7-0 North, but Kaukauna trying to answer here. Natrop, the lone setback. 3 wide receivers to the left, 1 to the near side. Natrop gets it, running right side, heading for the pylon. And he's out of bounds.
Oh, he was trying. He was trying to get that
Just
corner.
shy, yeah.
Looks like we've got a flag, though.
And looks like holding going to be
It
called.
might be, holding on the edge there.
Camera guy Gary Bilowski saw that one. Nice job, Gary.
Yeah, Natrop did a nice job avoiding the first tackle, and then he got to the corner, but now we know why he got to the corner.
Yep, 10 yards from the spot of the foul. Oh boy, instead of down there on the 1-yard line, they back it out to the 18 of Appleton North. It'll still remain first and goal now on the 18-yard line. And again, they will spread wide receivers, 3 to the left, 1 to the right. Natrop in the backfield. Behind Wyenberg. Deep toss. Corner end zone. Caught. Touchdown. Kaukauna. Nolan Hall hauls it in. And it's 7-6 Appleton North. But again, a flag is down.
Oh, man. And they were going to the sophomore that time. They were looking. You saw Wyenberg look to the left towards Sipple and then came back to their other tall wide receiver, Nolan Hall, just a sophomore. And he had a little hand play in the end zone, managed to use that 6'4" frame and get up there. But it's going to come back once again. Another hold on the Ghosts. And Matt Binsfeld is over there asking the official what's going on. The problem is when you're the referee on the other side or wherever you're closest to the bench, you may not have seen the play, you may not have seen the hold, but the coach is going to yell at you because you happen to be the guy in the striped shirt.
It might have been an illegal substitute. He was tapping himself on the hat. At any rate, it comes back out to the 20.
Yeah, and there's only a 5-yard penalty as well, so you're probably right on that, Joey.
24-yard line. First and goal on the 24.
Well, on the upside, you have a lot
Here
of
we
field
go.
to work
Yeah,
with.
you got 4 downs. Here we go. Going in motion is Brockman. Back to pass is Wyenberg. He is hurried, and he is brought down outside the 40-yard line. Big time sack by the defense here. Big number 72. That would be Ethan Hansen, 6'3", 265-pound senior. Wyenberg did not get it away back at the 40-yard line. It's second and goal on the 40. Have you ever seen this? Wow.
Probably have someplace, but I don't recollect right where. But it's
second and goal.
Yeah, and just one of those things we saw on that play, Joey, the way that Appleton North dominated that play at the line. They got past. It was not a screen pass. It was just a straight-up protection, and North simply bowled over the Kaukauna line on that particular play. And the Ghosts are going to have to figure that out because right now North is dominating with their defensive line.
It's a good way to describe it. They just bowled him right over. Wyenberg takes the snap. Dropping back to pass. He's looking left, going deep towards the end zone, and almost picked off. Boy, was that a dangerous throw. I mean, I understand going downfield. You had the one-on-one there, but, oh boy, that was almost a pickoff.
Yeah, Brecken Murphy was back there, the senior D-back, and they were trying to go long to Bookinger, but Quinn was trying to run underneath the football. Meanwhile, you saw Murphy. He had a bead on it all the way. He just couldn't quite pull it in. About the time he caught it, Quinn caught up to him and slapped it out of his hands.
So with 6:08 remaining here in the first quarter, we've got 3rd down and goal on the 40-yard line here for Kaukauna. They were just knocking on the doorstep. They were on the 1-yard line not too long ago, but those yellow flags start flying. Here's a little screen play. It is snuffed out. Oh, he's still on his feet. Nice job, but running out of bounds. Of course, not enough for the first down because they had to get into the goal line. That was Noah Huffman, the 5'11", 164-pound junior.
Yeah, Noah did a nice job escaping that first tackle and picking up about 10 extra yards. But now you're in a situation, you're going to try a long, long field goal here.
It is 4th down and goal on the 28, so this makes it 45-yard field goal from the 35.
Gavin Lom stepping in.
Here we go. Does he have the leg? The boot is up and it is blocked.
They've got to go.
It's blocked and covered up across midfield at the 45-yard line. Both teams, special teams here coming up big.
Yeah, Ben Frentel ended up on top of that. Didn't see who got it. It looked like Trent Mullen may have come in and gotten a piece of that, or Frentel, but that's one of those things. The kickers know you have to drive it, so it's a little bit lower. You just can't pop it up and have it go through. So you're waiting for the hold to come down and really drive it forward, but that gives the line a chance to block it. And they came off the edge to block that one.
And with 5:52 remaining here in this first quarter, North gets it back. This will be their 3rd possession, and this time on the Kaukauna 45-yard line. Martini with the carry. And gang tackled there, about a 5-yard pickup, so it'll be 2nd down and 5. Well, he was hit right away. That guy, I tell you what, he can. He's just as big, his wide body. He can take guys easily 5 yards like he just did.
Well, and Ethan Hansen was helping. He got into the side of the pile and kind of drove the pile forward as an offensive lineman, and I think that picked up Martini an extra 3 yards.
Give him 4 on the play, 2nd down and 6. As we approach the 5-minute mark here of quarter number 1, here is Martini once again. I don't think he got the first down. Had to get up to the 35, made it to the 36. So it'll be 3rd down and short, right at 5 minutes remaining here in the first quarter.
Yeah, Martini's had a great start of the season already. 6 touchdowns, had 3 against Green Bay Preble in that big 56-6 win last week, and then 2 touchdowns in the season opener against Franklin. Already more than 300 yards rushing. Of course, add 68 receiving to that tonight already.
Split receivers, 1 to the right, 1 to the left. Shotgun formation for Scheckelman. No, he was under center. That was Martini back there. Instead, Scheckelman takes it himself, and on the quarterback keeper, he's got a first down.
Oh, and a nice job by Scheckelman, too. One of the worst feelings in the world, you're the quarterback, you spin around and you run smack and look straight into the eyes of your running back, who's not going by you, but into you.
And he reaches the 38-yard line. 1st and 10 there. Clock runs 4.5 to go in this first quarter.
Now the Kaukauna linebackers, if you keep getting beat on the line with the running game, you have to start creeping forward. That opens up the passing game for the Lightning.
Now Scheckelman in the shotgun. Quick pass to the right side. He's got a guy. Across the 30, inside the 25-yard line. A nice quick pitch and catch.
And what they're doing, they're taking advantage of the Kaukauna defensive backs playing about 7 or 8 yards back, which means the receivers can take that step up, step back, get the quick one, and now you can start running forward and get positive yards right from the get-go.
Gained officially on the scoreboard, says 9. So 2nd down and 1 on the 24-yard line. That's a long one. 3 receivers here to the near side, 1 to the far. And Martini, the lone setback. Trying for the hard count there and get him to jump off sides. Didn't work. Clock runs with 3.5 to go, first quarter. And the snap, Martini takes it. Bumps into some of his defenders, takes it to the right side and made a lot out of nothing there. Down to the 15. Another first down for this North offense.
You know, you think Cal Martini's just one of these punishing backs, but we see right there his vision and quickness. He saw the hole was closed, just danced along behind his big lineman, found the opening to the outside, made that step right out there, and picked up a first down.
They will mark it right on the 15-yard line. 1st and 10. Clock runs right at 3 minutes left to play here in the first quarter. 7-0 North. A toss back now to Martini. He'll work left hash mark. Inside the 10. Maybe right at the 10. Gain of 5. It'll be 2nd down and 5.
Boy, he is a load to bring down when he's at full speed. He turned that corner and smacked straight in to Jordan Luce.
And you like the way he kind of puts his hand out a little bit. He's got the ball in one hand, but puts his hand out, finds his blocker, and just goes right with him.
Yeah, they always say, watch the backside of your blocker. When they go right, you go left.
2.5 remaining, first quarter. Shotgun again. It is 2nd down and 5 on the 10-yard line. Sheckelman flushed out of the pocket, takes off running himself into the end zone. Touchdown, Appleton North. A 10-yard touchdown run by the quarterback, Matthew Sheckelman, and it's 13-0 Appleton North.
Nice job by Sheckelman. He was looking to pass, but then that broke down pretty quickly. He started taking it to his right and simply outran Zach Eiding around the corner. Red making it 13-0.
About a 3.5-minute drive there. Let's see if they can convert here. Love hearing the band, high school band. Just everybody back here. Big crowd here tonight. Kick is up, and it is good. New score with 2:17 remaining first quarter. It's Appleton North 14 and Kaukauna nothing on our Fox Communities Credit Union video stream game of the week.
As our students become young adults and follow their own unique paths, they all still have one thing in common: the need for banking to keep up with the pace of their lives. Our online account opening and integrated mobile services are designed with that in mind. And a $200 bonus for opening a qualifying new checking account makes East Wisconsin Savings Bank perfect for the next step in life.
East Wisconsin Savings Bank.
And we're back here at Appleton North High School with 2:17 remaining here in this first quarter. 14-0 Appleton North. A couple of quick strikes here, 2 out of their first 3 possessions.
And what we're seeing right now, Appleton North is physically dominating Kaukauna. We see it on both lines, the offensive line and then the Lightning defensive line is simply getting past. And we've got, I believe, a timeout on the field. Somebody called timeout. Maybe an official timeout, but both teams have huddled around their coaches.
All right. Well, we'll keep it here and see what else we can tell you about each of these teams. There you can see the schedule here for Kaukauna. Jumping out to that 2-0 start. But again, we're into conference play. This is where things really start to get serious, right, Dick?
Yeah, and in the conference this year, if you're used to the old FBA with 10 teams and so forth, it is different. This year, WIAA introducing the pods. It was going to come around last season, but of course last season got completely blown up, and with a fall season and a spring season. But you've got the pods, 8 teams in the conference. Appleton West and Hortonville are going over to the west to play the Wisconsin Valley schools. So what you're seeing here, and now Appleton North, boy, what a stretch they have here. Kaukauna at Kimberly and then against Neenah. And, you know, so you've got a stretch there of 3 weeks. You're going to really have to strap on your helmets to be ready to play.
Saw Neenah last week against Menasha. They're quick. That's what I took away from that as the ball rolls in to the end zone. So Kaukauna will have it on their own 20-yard line with 2:17 remaining here in the first quarter. It is 14-0 Appleton North. How key is this possession here? You got to try and get something going here. Right?
Yeah, you have to at least start to dominate the. Right now, Appleton North is imposing their will on Kaukauna. You have to reverse that if you're the Ghosts. You mentioned that Neenah team. They're against a very improved Oshkosh West team tonight up in Neenah. And so that'll be interesting. Interesting thing there, the Oshkosh West coach who started the season, he's now at Appleton North. He's the athletic director, took that job about a week and a half ago. So it's co-coaches down at Oshkosh West, right, for the rest of this season.
Oh, that'll be fun. Here we go, 1st and 10 on their own 20-yard line. Here's a handoff and running right into a wall. Might have got back to the line of scrimmage. No gain right at the 2-minute warning of quarter number 1, 14-0 North.
And I want to mention that Finley Dorio is in at quarterback for Kaukauna. He had a nice game last week against Green Bay Southwest. A little change of pace. Finley, the sophomore quarterback, a little bit smaller than Wyenberg, but definitely has some ability.
6'1", 165-pound sophomore for
You can tell he's
Dorio.
talented. You look at him, he kind of has that sophomore build to him right now.
3 to the left, 1 to the right, showing blitz. They pick it up, the quick pass into the flat and falling just short. If he didn't get rid of that, he probably would have gone down.
Well, and if you're sitting there and you're the Appleton North D, said, let's go rattle the sophomore a little bit and get out there after him in a hurry. And that's pretty much what they did. Finley kind of sidearmed that one, going for Jacob Brockman.
Runs
and threw
over,
it short.
gets a play, and now with 1:29 on the clock, it stops a 3rd down and 10. Again on their own 20-yard line. Here's a big 3rd down for the Galloping Ghosts.
And the fact that you haven't picked up any yardage in the first 2 plays makes this one especially difficult. Try to find something where you can get 10 yards. You're not in 4-down territory here.
Empty backfield, going in motion is Huffman. Back to pass, Dorio, and that's a wobbly duck intended for Carson Sipple, but way, way short. And it is a very quick 3 and out there for Kaukauna. That didn't even take a minute off of the clock.
Yeah, and Finley Dorio, you can tell, a little bit jittery back there, short-arming the passes. You could tell the feet were still moving. Carson Sipple turned around. He said, boy, that ball really wasn't near me. So a little bit of nerves for the sophomore at quarterback in this series.
So North going to have good field position here. Back on their own 45-yard line. Wind kind of blowing a little bit. He's kicking it into the wind. So look at the American flag just to our left. This one goes into the wind, but a good, solid boom at the 43 line. And taken down at about the 45 or 46. Nice coverage on the play.
Oh, nice job by Kyle Seafelt. Kaukauna needed a big kick that time, and he launched one.
Woo. Into the wind. That was impressive.
Yeah, that was about 38 yards on the punt, and you look at that. For a high school punter into the wind, that's a nice average.
So from their own 46 with 1:12 remaining in this first quarter, and up by a couple of scores, here come the Lightning once again. Receivers of both sides. Shuckelman fakes the handoff, tosses it to the near side, and it is complete to Alex Heron, the 6'1", 185-pound senior. Hauls it in. Gonna give him no gain, though. So kind of an odd play there.
Well, you can tell Shuckelman was checking down his options.
Yeah.
Heron was right there, but I'm not sure Alex realized he was that close to the sideline, because as soon as he spun, he was out of bounds.
Takes off running. Might have gained a few, but set it 2nd down and 10. Clock stops, too, with 1:06. Shuckelman with the toss back. Martini finding some running room across midfield up to the 45-yard line. And it'll be 3rd down and short, maybe 2 to go.
I want to mention Ethan Hansen. His block on that left edge opened that up for Martini. He cleaned out the defensive end that time and opened that hole.
Quick no-huddle offense here. Barking out the play is Shuckelman. He takes the snap. Martini gets it. Diving across. He's got it. Inside the 45, down to the 43-yard line. Clock will stop momentarily with 35 seconds left. They will mark it and then start it up. And we'll see if they end up running a play or just let this thing run down. 30 seconds left.
Yeah, the size of the Appleton North line, you look across the front of that line, 281, 285, 264, 272, 265. Now, North has such a great weight program that those guys get in there and lift that iron, and it pays off here.
Sounds like a bunch of area codes.
Yeah.
Rolling to the right is Shuckelman. Takes off, running, sliding across the 40 down to the 39-yard line. That is going to do it for quarter number 1. 1 quarter in the books. 14-0 home team. North on top of Kaukauna. We will come back with quarter number 2 after this. It is our Fox Communities Credit Union video stream game of the week.
I'm Adam Landsver, and I am the Chief Lending Officer at Fox Communities Credit Union. Home values have really skyrocketed, and it would just make sense that now would be the time to take a look at your home equity. Having a home equity line in place will always be there for you in case of the rainy day, or you want to start up that business, or purchase that car that you never thought was going to come for sale. To be able to have that security blanket is really critical in someone's life cycle.
Fox Communities Credit Union.
I'm Julia Clemmy. I'm a member relationship officer. When it comes to auto loans, I like to explain to the members how the process works so that they understand how to do electronic signing, how they're going to pick up the check, where the deposit is going to come from. I can put it into slower gear for a first-time borrower, put it into overdrive for a borrower that's borrowed many times, and they can have a check within the hour. We help make life happen.
Fox Communities Credit Union.
Band playing nice and loud here tonight. Appleton North High School on our Fox Communities Credit Union video stream game of the week. Joey D alongside Dick Napinski, and we got a good one for you here. 14-0. It is second down and 6 up to the 35-yard line. Not going to be enough there, so it's going to be third and short here for Appleton North with that 14-0 lead as we start quarter number 2.
Yeah, nice job by Shuckelman that time. Just rode along with Martini, watched the defensive line and the linebackers. Where are they flowing? Saw the opening. Shuckelman took the football back, ran forward for about 4 yards. 3rd and 2, lots of things you can do in the playbook here at the 35.
Third down and 2 up under center is Shuckelman. Now he pops up and gets a call from the sideline. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Martini the lone setback.
Yeah, bunched up defense for Kaukauna, and it looks like they're going to be a little bit late.
Flag on the play. The official call from the man in the white hat. We'll back him up 5 yards.
Yeah.
False start is a call.
Apparently, yep, illegal procedure. And I think
Yeah.
Aaron out on the right side either flinched a little bit or stepped into the neutral zone.
I think that's what happened. Yep, I think he just went across. You could see him looking at the referee, but he just did go
and
across.
offensive coordinators hate that, Joey. You think, we've got 18 plays we can call on 3rd and 2, and now it's 3rd and 7.
Exactly. It totally changes the perspective of this play. Instead of 3rd and 2, you got 3rd and 7.
Yeah,
Minute into quarter number 2.
Yeah, going with trips right this time.
Fake 2. Martini, the toss out to the flat, and it is complete to Heron. But he is tackled after a couple of yards. Didn't even get back up to where they originally were. So it's 4th down and 3. What do you do here, Nick?
Nice job by Peyton Miller shedding the block and knocking Heron down after that short gain. If you're here, boy, you know, North has so many options on this, but they're going to kind of bunch things up. You've got Martini 5 yards back of the line of scrimmage. He can get a running start if you want.
Indeed he does, and he is wrapped up right at the line of scrimmage, taken down. Lots of guys in there, a lot of white jerseys, and the turnover on downs. That is a big defensive stop for the Galloping Ghosts, and they will take over.
Yeah, Jordan Luce went low. Will Campbell went high.
Yep.
The honorable mention All-State linebacker, Will Campbell. First time we've called his name tonight. Senior, big guy, 6'2", 230 pounds, and he did the thing. He got Martini wrapped up, was not going to let Cal go move forward.
Campbell just a beast there on the inside, and so at the 35-yard line with 10:19 remaining here in the second quarter.
Weinberg back in at quarterback.
On their own 35-yard line. Weinberg on the keeper. Avoids a couple of defenders. Runs out of bounds. Taken out there, Brock Salm. It'll stop the clock with 10:12 remaining. He got 8 on the play, though. 2nd down and 2.
Yeah, nice job by Weinberg. Got around the corner, and Nolan Hall had lost his defender and did the right thing. He just kind of laid hands on him, didn't put a block on him, had no doubt whatsoever that it was any kind of penalty whatsoever, and allowed Weinberg to pick up those 2 or 3 extra yards.
2nd and 2 on the 43-yard line. Clock stopped with 10:12 remaining here. What a start to this game here on a beautiful Friday night. Shotgun formation. Weinberg fires it across the middle, and it is almost picked off, tipped up in the air, and it falls incomplete. Good coverage on the play by Brecken Murphy, and it's going to be 3rd down and 2.
Yeah, the Ghosts are trying real hard to get Carson Sipple involved in this game. Carson already with 6 receptions, a couple of touchdowns this year. He's already got an offer on the table from Minnesota Mankato. But it's one of these things. Appleton North is rotating their defensive backs and linebackers so well to be accounting for Sipple on every play. And that means you have to go to a secondary option. Is that guy open? And Weinberg already checking down to number 2. That time threw just a touch behind Sipple. Couldn't quite complete it.
3rd and 2. Clock stops with 10:07 remaining. 4 wide receivers for Weinberg to choose from. Instead, he hands it off, going straight up the middle. Cross the 45 to the 46-yard line. Should be good for a 1st down. Move the chains here for Kaukauna. Good blocking up front by the big fellas.
Yeah, good call by the Kaukauna coaches, too, seeing there was a 3-man front for the Lightning that time. Opens things up. If you can get a little gap for Hunter Natrop to run through and pick up those 3 yards and a 1st down, do so, because you could see they had 8 guys, we're talking about the Lightning, who were set up watching for pass defense. And that time, quick hitter run, got the 1st down.
1st and 10 on their own 46-yard line. 9:40 and counting here in the 1st half. A 2-score lead for Appleton North. Here is a handoff, and met right there in the backfield. That is Natrop once again, and he goes down, a loss of 1. They'll mark it back on the 45-yard line. Good job, the penetration there by the big guys in blue up front.
Yeah, that was Ethan Hansen again. He's having himself a half so far, both sides of the ball, blocking and tackling. Hansen simply shed his block, got inside, grabbed Natrop, and drove him backwards.
So it'll be 2nd down and 11. 9 minutes remaining in this 1st half. 14-0 Appleton North. Scoring on a 68-yard touchdown run by Cal Martini. Also a 10-yard run by Shuckelman. Both there in that 1st quarter. And Kaukauna trying to get on the scoreboard here. 4 wide receivers. Back to pass. And shuffled out of there. Taking off running, a little shuffle pass across. Did he get it or was it intercepted? North says they have it. I think everybody was out of bounds, though.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Almost over the line of scrimmage as far as that pass goes.
He was very close.
Very close.
And what North is doing as well, we see trips right, including Carson Sipple on the left side that time. North's defense is forcing Weinberg to go to his right. A single receiver, not much to do there except run. And you could see, threw the ball very late trying to pick something up.
And it's 3rd down and 11. Ball marked on the 45-yard line. 8:28 remaining in this 1st half. North crowd coming alive here on this 3rd down. Here comes the rush. And the throw over the middle went absolutely nowhere. Again, good penetration by that front line by Appleton North, and it's 4th and long.
Yeah, delayed blitz that time by the Lightning and really threw Weinberg off. He was on the run, running to his left, trying to throw back right, and threw behind the intended receiver, who was Brockman.
So North will get it back. And again, probably pretty good field position.
A little bit of light rain, just a mist falling right now.
This he will be kicking with the wind at his back, so we'll see what happens with this kick. And the snap goes awry, but the kick is away. A little wobbly. They will let this one bounce. It goes inside the 15, inside the 5. Don't touch it. He was running after it. It goes into the end zone. Why don't you just, stop?
Well, Brock saw it go over his head. He said, boy, if it checks up, I can grab it, and we won't be deep in the territory. But then it kept rolling. It took a low bounce, so you're not going to pick it up. And then you're just hoping once you're in the past the 5-yard line, you're going, please go in the end zone. Please go in the end zone.
So we'll start from their own 20-yard line. 8:12 remaining in this 1st half, and up by a couple of scores as, we reach out and the wind starts to pick up, and so does the precipitation. A lot of people reaching for their ponchos right now. And a handoff. Trying to go right up the middle in between the hash marks across the 25-yard line. Maybe a 5-yard gain. That's 2nd down and 5. And again, Martini on the carry.
Yeah, and Martini that time had some great running room. The linebackers came in quickly, Will Campbell and so forth, but the guy I have to give some credit to, Tanner Thompson, from right in the middle of that line, pushed forward, shoved the man off to the right, and that allowed Martini to break through and get that yardage.
Clock runs with 7:45 remaining, first half. North up by a couple of scores here on our Fox Communities Credit Union scoreboard. And again, the give. No, he kept it himself, and he's got a first down. Across the 35, up near the 40-yard line. 15-yard carry there for the quarterback, and it's going to be 1st and 10 for North.
Yeah, Matt Sheckelman using his size because Max Van Asten had read that play very well. The senior defensive back had come up from his spot and was there to make the tackle, but a stiff arm by Sheckelman got around the corner and picked up 15 yards.
Ball marked on the 39, 1st and 10, 7:27 on the first half clock. Fake to Martini, and he's rushed the pass out. It is complete. Damian Borland has it. Run out of bounds across the 45 to the 47-yard line, an 8-yard pickup. 2nd down and 2 with 7:17 remaining.
And the guy who made that a positive play for North was Caden Pop. He had the blocking assignment out on the edge, wide receiver, and that opened things up for Borland down the sideline. That would have been a 1 or 2 yard play if Pop hadn't made his block, but Caden got his guy, bumped him off the route, allowed Borland to pick up that yardage.
2nd and 2 on the 47-yard line. The toss back here is Martini lowering his shoulder. I don't think he got it. Got a yard. It'll be 3rd down and short. Don't see that too often. He was actually met right there at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah,
taken down.
Yep. Wyatt Douglas came in, really a nice job. Did not over pursue, followed the play. Knew Martini might come back on the cutback, was right there to meet him near the line of scrimmage.
Under 7 minutes remaining. First half. 3rd down and 1 on the 48-yard line. One wide receiver to each side. Martinez alone setback. Sheckelman takes it himself, diving forward, following his blockers, and he will have the quarterback sneak at midfield and a 1st down.
Yeah, nice push on the inside that time. Thompson was in there. We saw Will Schrader get a good block up front, and Sheckelman at 6'4" can just fall forward and get the 1st down at that point.
Yeah, you practice that all the time. Just how quick it was. You throw them off guard.
Yeah, biggest thing for high school kids, get set before that quick snap.
That's true. 1st and 10 right on the 50-yard line. 4 wideouts. Shotgun. Back to pass. Quick pass to the left side. He's got a man. Good gain of 8 on the pitch and catch.
I think that's Owen Hager way over on the other side.
Trying to catch a number on that one.
Hager, I believe that's his first catch of the year.
Wow. And a big one here. 8-yard pickup up to the 42-yard line. 2nd down and about 2.5. Let me say 3 on the scoreboard.
Yeah, the Lightning receivers, very similar. A lot of good possession, good hands out there. We haven't seen anybody going for the home run ball so far, but now you've got trips to the right on this play.
And Martini gets it. He is hit, but he keeps on going, and he gets the 1st down inside the 40-yard line. Using his big size there, 6'1", 228 is what he's listed as here, the senior running back and linebacker here for Appleton North, and move the chains. 1st and 10.
Yeah, nice thing about Cal Martini, too. Once he gets hit, he'll move forward. It's not getting shoved backwards. He moves forward, picks up some positive yardage even after that contact.
5:20 and counting here in the first half. Here is Martini once again, and wrapped up by guess who? Their big number 42, Will Campbell. The senior, 6'2", 232. What a talent he is. He is in on every other play, it seems like.
Yeah, he's already got an offer from St. Norbert for next year. St. Norbert, of course, moving out of the Midwest Conference this season, playing some teams around the Chicago area.
That'll be a good challenge for him. Good get for them, I'll tell you that. Gain of 3, 2nd and 7, 4:45 remaining. Back to pass, Sheckelman. Drops it to the right side, wide open, in and out of the hands of his receiver It will be third down. Damian Borland wants that one back.
Yeah, and Shuckelman clapped his hands. He knew he overthrew Damian by just a little bit, floated that ball just a touch, and tried to get too fine instead of, okay, just pass him the ball and let Damian do the running.
If he catches that one, probably a first down. Instead, it is third down and 7, 4:40 remaining. First half on the 36-yard line. Shuckelman, high snap. He will take it himself, but he's taken down. Might have got a yard or two. It's going to be fourth down at the 35-yard line.
Yeah, Matt Reichel was in giving Martini a break, and so right away, if you're the Kaukauna defense, you go, okay, if you're going to run that belly option once again, it's probably going to be Shuckelman. So you'll kind of play toward that, figuring we can handle Reichel on the outside. Let's make sure Shuckelman doesn't get anything, and that's exactly what happened.
Still just a little bit of a mist flying around here.
A lot better than last Friday.
Yeah.
Especially for Gary. He's outside tonight.
Yeah, we feel for Gary Bileski here.
Yeah, last week would have been like he'd been dropped in the lake.
Oh, goodness, yeah. Fourth down and 6 on the 35. High snap, but he brings it down. Through the air they go, and to absolutely nobody. Good coverage in the secondary, and another turnover on downs, a second one for Appleton North here in this first half. And Kaukauna will take over with 3:50 remaining in this first half.
Yeah, if there's a spot where North has to continue to develop their passing game, it's the vertical passing game. Getting downfield, we've seen a lot of great possession, side to side, the east-west type patterns and so forth. The bubble screens, getting people into space. But Kaukauna has some speed back there, and so you have to be able to find a gap, and that time they just couldn't connect.
Took about 5 minutes off of the clock. We have 3:50 remaining in this first half. And a flag comes down after the snap. Somebody probably moved a little early.
Yeah, it looked like the wave there a little bit in the Kaukauna line. One side started off, and then the other side caught up.
So we'll back them up 5. Make it first and 15 now on the 30-yard line. As it starts to pick up a little more, I can actually see it in the lights now. The wind and the spitting.
Well, the wind will keep the mosquitoes down. August and September football, you have to bring the bug spray and your jacket and the rain gear.
Love it, though. We are playing in front of a full crowd. This is great. First time in 2 years we're doing this. And scrambled, and still on his feet. He made something out of nothing. Instead of a sack, he's going to gain a couple of yards. Nice job staying on his feet by Weinberg.
Yeah, and give credit to the Appleton North defense on that one. Weinberg had no place to go with the passing game. And something Rob Salm told us before the game tonight was he likes his speed against the speed of Kaukauna in the Lightning defensive backfield and in their linebacker area. There's some good speed back there. They can run with most people. Once they get their assignments down and make sure they're going to do what they need to do, then things will work out well. And so far, thanks to the push from the line up front, they've been able to cover Kaukauna very well.
He got 3, second down and 12, 3:02 on the second quarter clock here at Appleton North. Back to pass, and hurried from behind. He's got a guy open in the middle, across midfield, still on his feet.
Oh, Sipple's on his horse now. It's just a foot
Carson
race.
Sipple into the end zone, a touchdown, 67 yards. And Kaukauna is on the scoreboard. What a catch. What a little move there by Carson Sipple.
And what a great pass. Weinberg, we've got a flag on the ground. It's going to be personal foul, late hit on the Lightning. So apparently somebody got a piece of Weinberg after he threw the pass.
And it is declined. So put 6 points up. With 2:42 remaining here in the second quarter, we got ourselves a ball game, ladies and gentlemen.
But you're right, Sipple did that little shake and bake move around the 40-yard line, and then he was a runner-up in the Division I 200 at state track last year. There aren't many people who are going to catch him. You had a D-back, had an angle on it, but he still couldn't catch Carson Sipple.
Put your arm out and mow him right over. All right, lines are down here for the extra point. All-important extra point by the kicker, Kyle Seefelt. Here we go. Oh, it is botched, but he gets it through. How about that? Nice job by the placeholder. And our new score with 2:42 remaining here in the first half. It is now Appleton North 14 and Kaukauna 7. Back after this on our Fox Communities Credit Union video stream game of the week.
After tonight's game, get the gang over to the Hawks Nest for some wings and pizza. The new anytime. After tonight's game, get the gang over to the Hawks Nest for some wings and pizza. The new anytime menu is available 6 a.m. to close. After tonight's game, get the gang over to the Hawks Nest for some wings and pizza. The new anytime menu is available 6 a.m. to close. Be sure to try their delicious Friday night fish fry. Oh, and there's free breakfast every Saturday morning, 8 to 11. Check out the newly renovated Riverside patio and stage with live music weekly with local and national acts and a private dock for all you boaters. The Hawks Nest, 1621 West Main Street.
And bring back to Appleton North High School. It is 14-7 now. We have to go get some equipment here for our camera guy, Gary Burleski.
Yeah, and while we're doing the referees are discussing on the personal foul. Since it was on the touchdown play, Kaukauna does have the option of taking it on the kickoff. They're going to do that and move it up 15 yards. So they will be kicking off from the 40-yard line of North, which is an extraordinary penalty. I think it's supposed to be the 45. Yep, now they're moving it back to the 45, 15-yard penalty. I was going to go new 20-yard penalty march off. I hadn't seen that before. But so the referees conferred after the touchdown and said, yep, the penalty, because otherwise you're giving the defense free reign on a touchdown to commit a personal foul.
Yeah, that's true.
So Seafelt, who has a strong leg, will have the opportunity to kick. And here you get to put the delicate little wedge shot in, see if you can really back up North here late in the first half.
Well, how key was that hold, too, on that extra point, and a whistle.
Oh, great job getting that down.
Timeout called by Kaukauna. Wow, all right, with 2:42 remaining, they take a timeout.
And it
What's
might
up
be,
here?
Yeah, it might be one of those situations, Joey, that, you know, we're kicking off from the 45. Do we run something, maybe not an onside kick, but you kick toward a sideline, you try to pin North back someplace and see what they can do with it.
So it's 14-7, a time reigning 2:42 on this first half clock. North striking first.
Yeah, you can see they're bringing the hands team out for Appleton North because they figure Kaukauna called a timeout. All right, they're pulling something out of the bucket here. Let's get the guys who have some good hands out there. Get rid of the blockers. If we have to just fall on the football, we can do that. And one guy you see out there is the Hall of Fame coach, Paul Engen.
Oh, yeah.
He's out there directing traffic on the special teams. There's probably not a play in football that Paul Engen has not seen at some time.
Anytime you have, I don't know, the name of the stadium that you're playing in named after you, that's pretty impressive.
That's not bad. It means you've probably done something.
Here, Paul Engen Field here at Appleton North High School as the rain starts to let up a little bit, but still just kind of spitting. Here we go. The 45-yard line. What do they do here? And they are just going to kick it way, way out of there.
Okay, well.
He almost kicked it over the fence, over the over the track.
Yeah, Kyle Seafelt.
Well, so much for the hands team.
Well, you know, the hands team. Well, that's one of these adjustment, readjustment, non-adjustment, adjust back. And probably when the hands team came out, the Kaukauna coaches said, yeah, just boot it away.
And for the third time tonight, North will start on their own 20-yard line. 2:42 remaining. Still plenty of time. Oh, yeah. They struck on two plays to open up this game on a 68-yard touchdown run by Martini. So they can strike real quick. Here's the toss out to Martini, and he's tripped up across the 45 or the 25-yard line, I should say.
Yeah, Campbell read that one very well. Came in behind the blocker, brought Martini down after a short gain.
That kid's got a lot of talent. He is everywhere. Big number 42 in your program.
Yeah, he had 4 tackles for losses against Southwest last week. Of course, that's another game that got cut short because of the thunderstorms that rolled through the area.
That was something else. Where were you last week?
We were at Appleton East,
you were
Appleton
at
West
East,
at the
okay.
Bonta Bowl.
That was
Watching that one, and it came in, called it in the third quarter. We were watching the world's biggest spider inside the press box. All kinds of stuff going on.
2nd down and 4 on the 26-yard line. And a give and a hold is going to be called because it flies in from the guy in the white hat. Clock will stop with 1:50 remaining, and we will back things up 10 yards from the spot of the foul. Yeah, last week was something else. I'll tell you what, I was doing public address at Menasha for Nina and Menasha. We'd reached halftime, and then just the lightning. It was unbelievable, the show
Yeah, it was
of
a light
lightning. So they decided to wait till noon. But then I got put a sign on Schwabenon and Kimberly because they had stopped in the first quarter up in a Schwabenon, but Jonathan couldn't that game, so he said, "Can you do that for me?" So I did PA and play-by-play last week.
Wow.
Very rare.
Versatile guy. Yeah. Got paid twice as much?
Well, there's
Okay.
that.
Yeah.
Back it up to the 18-yard line, 2nd down and 12 inside 2 minutes of play here. And the toss back up to the original line of scrimmage at the 20. It'll be 3rd down and 10 as the crowd really starting to get into it. Both of the student sections, gotta love it. Man, did I miss that from last year.
Oh, we missed
Just
all of
unbelievable.
it,
This
yeah.
is so great. Look at that. You got the lights on over there. You got the lights on over here. They're chanting at each other. What an atmosphere.
Everybody
here.
has cell phones now.
This is great. Minute 20 and counting. 3rd down and 10 on their own 20-yard line. Little play action fake rolling out to his right. It is caught. Was he out of bounds? He was.
Yeah.
Nice
ball,
catch.
Yeah, the ball floating a little bit on Sheckelman tonight in the wind. And I was just thinking, we're watching the cell phones lit up by both fan sections there, which is really nice, that you've got the cell phones, which means you don't give high schoolers open flames. Back in our day, we had lighters. Remember?
There you go. Just wave them. Yeah, now they just turn on the lights. And that is awesome. Both of the cheering sections. 4th down and 10, a minute 11 showing on the first half clock. 14-7. North on top.
Yeah, North just wants to punt it away here.
And a timeout is called.
They had to. They had 10 guys out there. Suddenly, you saw the punter, Heron, look toward the sideline saying, "Coach, we're one short out here."
So timeout is called. Gives us time to do a little recap here. And let's see here. Do we have our sponsors? Let me throw up the sponsors here. Fox Communities Credit Union. We have Myron Construction, East Wisconsin Savings Bank, and the Hawks Nest. I was there last weekend. It's a neat little place there just outside of Little Chute. Thanks to all of our sponsors for their help here in giving you the Fox Community videos.
That's a great thing, too. You can ride your bike now down there. All the great trails they now have in Little Chute and so forth, and the new one's opening up. And so got a boat dock, so you can get there to the Hawks Nest in about ways.
Yeah. Our video situation here. Trying to put some protection on the camera. I'll tell you what's going on here, but yes, we're good now. There it is. Excellent.
Yeah, don't move.
Minute 10 and counting. The punt is away. Taken at the 48-yard line. A little juke move across midfield. Taken there by Sipple, and he will run out of bounds. Right at the 40-yard line, exactly 60 seconds left to play. Plenty of time here for the Kaukauna offense to try and tie this thing up.
Yeah, and that's why Carson Sipple's so dangerous on a punt return. You saw him sidestep the first defender, simply outrun the second one that just ran out of room along the sideline.
So we'll start on the North 40 with 1 minute left to play. Down by a touchdown. Big possession here. Man, if they can punch this one in, head to halftime. That word momentum as the rain starts to really start to pick up here. Glad we got the trash bags that we can put over the camera here. Shuffled out of the pocket. Pass over the middle is incomplete, but we do have a flag down at the 43.
That wasn't just a hold. That was an outright gorilla grab.
I was watching the pass. What did you see there?
That was the tackle realized he was beat, so we think we'll try to do the bear hug block here to hold the guy up. That is still a violation. So it's as with the rain trying to protect the camera here, we're going to go to the radio call for a little bit here. And,
do what we can here.
this would be like when you were a kid and your dad adjusted the TV antenna and you were standing on one foot with one arm out to the left, and he said,
"Don't move."
Yeah, don't move for the rest of the Packer game. Okay, I know it's the first quarter.
Stop right there. We'll try and get things set up here for you. It is 1st and 10 on the first and long. 1st and 24 is what they call it, on the 46-yard line. Weinberg is shuffled out of the pocket, taken down. Back to the original line of scrimmage here. It'll be 2nd down and 24. 45 seconds left.
Yeah, Caleb Monroe stepping in that time, coming in from his defensive tackle. Spotton really doing a nice job. Just broke it down, and then when Weinberg stepped up in the pocket, Monroe beat his block, was right there.
Still nothing. Back to pass. Weinberg again in trouble. Jumps up in the air, passes it across in. Boy, was that a dangerous toss. It went in and out of the hands of a couple of blue jerseys, including Brecken Murphy, who was right there. He's kind of tapping himself on his helmet. Should have had that one.
Yeah, Ben Isom was in the area too, and Weinberg was just trying to get the ball downfield. He really didn't have many options at that point.
And so with exactly 20 seconds left, the clock will stop. 14-7 our score. 3rd down and 24 on the 46-yard line here for Kaukauna. Trying to make something happen here as we wind down half at number 1. Man goes in motion. Weinberg in the shotgun formation. Takes the snap. He has hurried the little screen pass. It is incomplete. Intended for Natrop. And it fell right at his knees.
Ben Frantel right there. Got in between Natrop and the quarterback Weinberg. Weinberg had to sidearm it a little bit and completely missed Natrop.
And so it's 4th down and 24 on the 46-yard line. With 15.9 seconds remaining, North has 2 timeouts, and Kaukauna has 1 left. And so North will receive this punt if they get their 11th man in. Little mix-up there on...
some of the coaches are going to talk about at halftime. Guys, make sure you know what unit you're on and get out there.
Low snap, but he gets it away. And with the wind at his back, and he initially called for a fair catch, but instead picks it up. That is Brock Salm.
Yeah, Brock Salm actually was telling everybody to get away from him.
Yeah.
Yeah, he never put his arm straight up in the air. He was just giving the design to his teammates to say stay away from it, but it took the high hop. Brock decided to take a chance.
And so North will have it with 4.4 seconds left. And they'll mark it on their own 19-yard line. And again, we apologize for the little technical difficulty here. We will get this all set up here at the half. The weather playing a little bit of a factor again for week number 2 here.
I'll get the wrench out and we'll hammer on it during halftime.
That's right. And the formation set up, and they will down it, and that is it. We head to halftime with your score. Appleton North 14 and Kaukauna 7. Immediate thoughts of half number 1 here, Dick Napinski.
Well, first of all, Kaukauna down 1 touchdown, and they have not been very effective on either side of the ball so far. Defense picked up in the second quarter, but their offense has struggled so far in this first half, really having trouble getting anything sustained, no running game whatsoever. They've had to rely on short passes and a big play by Carson Sipple that scored the touchdown, and that's been it so far. But they're only 1 touchdown out of this, and so they can be pretty happy with that. And that's if I'm Matt Binsfeld, I'm saying, guys, we're 1 score out of this. We get the kickoff to start the third quarter. If we can do something to start off the second half, it's a brand new ball game.
That's a good point. I forgot they do get the second half kickoff here. 14-7 your score here at the half. North on top of Kaukauna. We will take a break and try and get things figured out here as far as our video stream goes. Thank you so much for joining us here on this Friday night. We will take a break. It's halftime. 14-7 North on top of Kaukauna. Back after this on our Fox Communities Credit Union video stream game of the week.
I'm Adam Landsver, and I am the Chief Lending Officer at Fox Communities Credit Union. For those that have a mortgage, it's important to review it very frequently. It's at minimum annually. Many of our members have taken the opportunity to cash out some money to put in that backyard pool that you've been seeing down the road, or consolidate debt, or pay off your loan faster to match your retirement. That's why we're here to help, right? We're here to help them succeed financially. End of story.
Fox Communities Credit Union. East Wisconsin Savings Bank.
The projects we construct afford us the opportunity to help those in need in more ways than one. And the momentum we create as a team allows us to make an impact greater than any one of us can achieve on our own. We are part of the community. We are where we live. We are Myron Construction.
After tonight's game, get the gang over to the Hawk's Nest for some wings and pizza. The new Anytime menu is available 6 a.m. to close. Be sure to try their delicious Friday night fish fry. Oh, and there's free breakfast every Saturday morning, 8 to 11. Check out the newly renovated Riverside patio and stage with live music weekly with local and national acts. And a private dock for all you boaters. The Hawk's Nest, 1621 West Main Street in Little Chute.
Oh, all right. We bring it back here live to Pulling Field at Appleton North High School as the rain starts to pick up just a little bit, and we try and figure out some of the, a few of the old technical difficulties. Not as bad as last week, though, as you mentioned there, Dick. Joey D with Dick Dupinski here. It is 14-7, Appleton North leading Kaukauna. Just shy of second half action here, and what do you say if you're both coaches here? What do you say here at halftime?
Well, first of all, Kaukauna coach Matt Binsfeld is over talking to the referee right now, saying, "Hey, Appleton North was not back on the field. Now we got all warmed up, we're ready to go, and now they're going to get 3 more minutes. I guess home field advantage on something like that." But he's still discussing that with the official. Mentioning to Kaukauna, we mentioned it right at the end of the first half, Joey, that okay, you've got to improve your line play offensively. You have to give Weinberg more protection. Have to find a way to get some holes for Natrop to be able to run, because the offense, except for the one big play to Carson Sipple, has been pretty much dormant the entire way. You had the opportunity after the turnover, had it down on the 6-yard line, went backwards for 3 plays, and ended up having a blocked field goal out of that one. So it's one of those things. Kaukauna has to do it. If you're Appleton North, okay, defensively, let's keep playing the way we've been playing. We've been able to hold Kaukauna down. Now, offensively, are there some things we can start to do? Can we start to show some different things? Cal Martini's had a very nice first half running the ball hard. Shuckleman's played a decent quarterback. Has had a few balls sail on him from the first half. A little bit of a breeze out there. Ball gets a little bit wet with the mist, and it sailed over receivers. So there are some things to clean up offensively. But defensively, Rob Salm and his crew has to be very happy with the way they've been playing so far.
Yeah, you can definitely tell now with the rain starting to pick up a little more and that wind as well. Looking at the flag here just to our left, it is whipping going right to left. And the clock winding down here. As you said, they did put a couple of extra minutes up there. If you're Coach Binsfeld, why would the referees do that? I don't understand. Usually it's 12 minutes and then 3 extra minutes after they come out of the locker room, but they gave them a little more here tonight.
Yeah, and you're not sure. Usually either one of the officials or somebody with the team, since the Lightning go all the way back into the high school to talk things over, somebody comes running over and said, "Coach, there's 5 minutes on the clock," and get them back out there. So we'll see if the officials come over and have any discussion with Rob Salm over here. I see the lead official is coming over toward the Appleton North bench.
North scored on the second play of the game, a 68-yard touchdown run by Cal Martini. That made it 7-0. They also scored with 2:17 remaining in the first quarter on a 10-yard run by Shuckleman on the quarterback keeper. That made it 14-0. Then the biggest play of the game for Kaukauna, a 67-yard touchdown run touchdown pass and throw from Sipple from Weinberg. That came with 2:42 remaining in that first half to claw back within 14-7, and that is where we sit. And because of the toss, it will be Kaukauna to receive this second half kickoff and try and get something going here.
Well, Rob Salm's still talking with the official. I think they've got it straightened away, although I'm not sure. And I'm sure the official now has to run the 50 yards over to Matt Bensfield to explain what went on there. I think Rob Salm was saying, we're right there at the gate.
Yeah.
When the time ran out, we were right there at the gate. It's not that we were not on the field. We were right there. And so I'm not sure if Coach Binsfield is going to accept that explanation, but he really doesn't get a vote in the matter. So we'll play it as it lies from the 40, kicking off to Kaukauna.
Into the wind and the rain, as you can probably even see it on our screen here now as well. It has really started to pick up within about the last 5 minutes or so. Again, way better than last week. I don't see any kind of lightning or threatening weather, so we play on here. This one bounces right at the 20. He's got to pick that one up. And the end around run, still on his feet. Noah Huffman, and a flag on the kickoff.
Yeah, and Noah Huffman, boy, that's dangerous. He let it bounce, then ran backwards with it, back to about the 8-yard line, then turned upfield, managed to get himself up to about the 19. But, with all that going on, I would not doubt that one of Kaukauna players blocked in the back.
Flag is down at the 14-yard line. Here comes the official call from the referee. And a personal foul.
Oh, hitting to the head.
Oh, okay.
So that's going to be halfway to the goal line.
Yikes. So back them up here to start. Way back on their own. Let's see where they mark it. As like I said, the rain really started to pick up, so we'll see how often they and see what kind of effect it is going to have. I guess that's another question I can ask you, Dick. What effect it's going to, because it really, I mean, considerably. It has really, really picked up. How is that going to affect things?
Well, first of all, what's going to have the bigger effect is Kaukauna is at its own 7-yard line. And they have not been able to move the Appleton North line so far tonight, and then that's been a big, big difference. So can you get anything established? You've got twin receivers right and left.
And the handoff goes absolutely nowhere. Lost 2 on the play, as a matter of fact, right there at the 5-yard line. Wrapped up, and it's going to be 2nd down and 12.
Yeah, trying to go to Noah Hoffman, the junior, and the defensive tackles simply met at the running back that time, 2 yards behind the line of scrimmage.
2nd and 12, 30 seconds into quarter number 3 here on our Fox Communities Credit Union video stream game of the week. From his own end zone there. Sends a man in motion, that is Sipple. He will pass it to him. Tripped up, and he made something out of nothing. Got back to the line of scrimmage. It's going to be 3rd down and 12. That was dangerous, though. If he doesn't catch that, I mean, with a wet football, if that goes awry and slips out of his hands, that might be points there for Appleton North.
Kaukauna just trying to think of something to do. That time the Lightning ran a delayed blitz. Waited for the offensive blockers to set. Then you saw one of the linebackers shoot through there, and Weinberg just shot it out to Sipple, hoping he could make a move out there with his athleticism. And suddenly you've got 4 receivers set up to the left side for Kaukauna this time. 1 over on the right, empty backfield.
Gave him a yard, 3rd down and 11. Now on their own 6-yard line, and that one hits the referee in the foot. Yeah, falls incomplete. It'll be 4th down and 11. They're going to be punting deep in their own end zone.
Well, Weinberg was just trying to avoid a safety that time. He had big old Wes King was coming in on him, and he really didn't have many choice. He was just trying to dump it someplace near a white jersey.
So North will have extremely good field position, although the wind is at the back here. If he can get it up into that wind, it might sail just a little bit, but he's almost out of bounds. That's where he's kicking this one from.
Yeah, well, the snapper's got to think, okay, let's get a good snap. He does.
Great snap, great punt. It is still in the air, hauled in at the 45-yard line. Taking down the right side, he's off and running. A 45-yard touchdown run back by Brock Salm. And North strikes here in the second half.
Well, Kaukauna talked about, coming out and surviving the first few minutes of the first half and didn't do that very well. But here in the second half, same thing happens. And Brock Salm got that one. It was a good punt from Seefeld. But Brock Salm also had a good opportunity to catch it and got a couple blocks, made a nifty move, and then had the sideline in front of him.
45 yards on the run back. And it's 20-7. North with the lead. Pending the extra point here. And it is up. It is good. With 10:15 remaining here in quarter number 3. It is now 21-7 North, leading Kaukauna on our Fox Communities Credit Union video stream game of the week.
I'm Adam Landsver, and I am the Chief Lending Officer at Fox Communities Credit Union. For those that have a mortgage, it's important to review it very frequently. It's at minimum annually. Many of our members have taken the opportunity to cash out some money to put in that backyard pool that you've been seeing down the road, or consolidate debt, or pay off your loan faster to match your retirement. That's why we're here to help, right? We're here to help them succeed financially. End of story.
Fox Communities Credit Union.
And again, thanks to all of our sponsors here tonight. Fox Communities Credit Union, Myron Construction, East Wisconsin Savings Bank, the Hawks Nest in Little Chute. Thank you so much for jumping on board here tonight for our video stream game of the week. And our new score, 21-7, 10-15 remaining here in quarter number 3. That kickoff is down right at the 30-yard line. Going down on his knee was Garrett Groff, 6'6", 215-pound senior. Well, down it and pretty much had no choice there. It was a little squibber, but maybe the weather having a little bit of an effect on that.
Yeah, and your natural inclination is I want to secure the football, so I'm going to get down on one knee and scoop it up. And then you realize that, oh, yeah, I'm down on one knee. I'm automatically down right here.
10-13 remaining. Kaukauna will get it back on their own 31-yard line. Now down once again by 2 scores.
Yeah, Finley Dorio going to take a shot at quarterback.
They mixed him in earlier in the game, 4 wide receivers. Instead, he hands it off and met in the backfield, but making something out of nothing. How about that? So Huffman taking on the end around there.
Yeah, and he got hit over there on the sideline. He's still down.
Whistle
might
to
have
the
been Brock
clock
Salm
stop.
came over.
Yep, clock stop right at 10 minutes left to play. The trainer's just kind of walking over. Now taking a knee are all the players. They are taking their time getting over to him, though. Was that Hoffman that went down?
It was Hoffman, yeah. The Kaukauna trainer's right over there, and now we're going to see the orthopedic doctor come over from the Appleton North side.
Gotcha.
And they're just checking it out, doing the usual thing, making sure he's sitting up now. So it's
they were doing the old motion, maybe a cramp, maybe. I don't know. I'm not a doctor. I don't want to play one on the video stream.
Yeah, especially from 70 yards away.
Exactly.
Gets up. He's up on his feet. Yep.
Good. Gets a little bit of assistance and on his own. That's good. All the players on both sides getting up off of their knees. Exactly 10 minutes to play third quarter. 21-7 after the 45-yard punt return for a touchdown by Appleton North. And Kaukauna has it back after the 1-yard loss. It's second down and 11 on their own 30. Clock runs under 10 minutes left to play in this third quarter.
And again, it comes down to Kaukauna just has to find some way to get something opened up on offense. They have not been successful on just about anything they've tried.
Dorio, again, the quarterback overthrows the intended receiver way too high.
Yeah, going for Nolan Hall that time, who's 6'4", so you know that was a high pass.
It'll be third down and 11. On the 30-yard line, clock stops with 9:38 remaining. Surprised they're going to the air in these type of conditions?
Well, you're just trying to find something that works.
Yeah.
They tried a couple of running plays, haven't been able to do anything about that. The pursuit's just been too strong for the Lightning. So, well, you've got to put it in the air, see if you can pick up some yardage.
Dorio again from the shotgun, 4 wide receivers to choose from. He hauls it over the middle, in between defenders, broken up. It'll be fourth down and long. Again, a dangerous pass, so bouncing off of a couple of Lightning players.
Yeah, Frontal was there. I think he was surprised the ball ended up in his breadbasket there all of a sudden. And he was trying to guard the receiver, and suddenly the ball was right on him. And that's been something tonight, too. The Kaukauna quarterbacks have not been real accurate, and you've got to credit the Appleton North defense for that. Their pass rush has just been sturdy and strong all night.
That possession did not even take 45 seconds off of the clock, and North will get it back with, again, really good field position. Punt is in the air. It soars back to the 29. Again, Salm takes it. This time he will not find any running room. And North will take over on their own, where are they going to mark it, 34 or 35-yard line.
Yeah, nice job by Lucas Ulray on the punt coverage for Kaukauna.
But 9:21 showing on the clock. North up by 2 scores.
Yeah, few scores around the area, too, Joey. At halftime, no score between Oshkosh West and Neenah.
Really?
And then, interesting one, Kimberly leading at halftime over Oshkosh North, but just 14-6.
Wow. All right.
And also Freedom over Little Chute at the half, 14-0. 1 first down for Little Chute. That came on a penalty.
Ooh. Here's a give to Martini on the left hash mark, and now he is pushed backwards. He was not tackled, but forward progress will give him a few yards up to about the 38-yard line. Give him 3 yards, second down and 7.
Yeah, really important here for the Kaukauna defense to be stout because you can't fall behind by 3 scores, and Martini's just going to keep being a battering ram on you, along with that offensive line from the Lightning. So you've got to find a way to to make some plays, get a stop here, and get the ball back. Maybe your offense can get something done.
Actually gave him 4 yards. Here is the quick pass to the left side. It is hauled in just shy of the first down, though. Nice catch, but it's going to be 3rd and short.
Yeah, Owen Hager pulling that one in.
Hager with the catch at the 44. Got to get to the 45. Clock runs with 8.5 remaining in this third quarter. It's 3rd down and 1. Back up under center. Maybe another quick quarterback sneak, maybe?
Well,
yeah, that's what one of the linemen was thinking.
How about the guard sneak?
Oh, boy, he jumped just a little too early.
Nobody ever suspects the guard sneak. Quick snap.
Back him up. Oh, boy, that is.
Yeah, and that's.
Oh, man.
That's,
you just shake your head as a coach. It's like,
well, and it's not the whole side of the line either, so you can't really, you're out there all by yourself, and the coaches are looking at you, and your teammates are looking at you, and you're looking at yourself, and it's not a pleasant feeling.
Instead of 3rd and 1, 3rd and 6 now. Totally changes the look of this play with 8:10 remaining and counting. Scheckelman barks out the play, looks over to the sideline now.
Yeah, Scheckelman had a good look at the defense, what Kaukauna was doing. They were doing some jumps and falling back out of coverage.
Showing some blitz coming from Zach Eiding. And now taking it himself, sliding across. Did he get enough? He had to get to the 45. I think he got to the 44 and 3/4. This will be very, very close. Boy, the near referee, he did not get it.
And when you slide like he did, it is where you start your slide. It's not where you end up. And where he started his slide was at the 44.5.
Just shy. Let's see some of the players looking at it. What do we do here? I mean, you need not even the length of the football. They want the clock to run at 7:45 remaining here in the third quarter. Up by 2 scores, trying to convert on a 4th down. Big, big, big opportunity here for the Kaukauna defense if they can come up with the stuff. Push forward, and Scheckelman got it.
Yeah, behind that big line, that's just so hard to stop. You're a little undersized. If you're the Kaukauna front, you're bringing your linebackers up. You're trying to do everything to stuff things, and then you have a 6'4" quarterback who can reach over the top and get the first down.
The thing is, you know what they're going to do, but you still couldn't stop it. They only needed a couple inches, though. It's exactly what they got. 1st and 10 on the 45-yard line. Martini breaks one tackle, breaks another. Inside Kaukauna territory down to the 46-yard line.
Yeah, we talked a lot about Ethan Hansen so far, and he had another block there. He simply got the defensive end on his back and stayed there, and that allowed Martini to step inside and pick up 8 yards.
7 minutes and counting, third quarter. 2-score lead by North, trying to add on to it, but tick, 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 tick goes the clock. The wide receivers are already set up, 2 on each side before the linemen even get up to the line.
Yeah, and having a versatile offense right now, as the Lightning does, it makes it so much more effective because the Kaukauna defense can't pick out one thing and say we have to pinch down and stop that.
Scheckelman decides to tuck it and run. He's got the first down. They were looking to throw there, but the coverage was pretty good by the Kaukauna defense, so Scheckelman said, I only need a yard. Let's get 2 or 3.
Yeah, and it's so tough, too. If you're the Kaukauna pass rush, trying to hold your lane, trying to work your way to the quarterback, means you might have to take a move right or left, and suddenly that opens up a running lane for Scheckelman.
Up to the 43-yard line, gain of 4. So move the chains again. 1st and 10. Yeah, on the 43. 6:15 showing on the third quarter clock from the shotgun formation. 3 here to the near side as far as receivers. 1 out to the left. And the run option. And he tosses it out to Martini. Might have got a yard or 2 on that. Should he just kept that one and kept going? It looked like he had a hole.
Well, really nice job there by Brandon Van Asten. Came up, read the play well, and disrupted that. Martini had to shift gears and take a step outside, and that allowed Zach Eiding to make the tackle after a gain of 2. But credit Brandon Van Asten for disrupting that play for the Ghosts.
At the 41, 2nd down and 5.5 minutes remaining in the third quarter. Nice sustained drive here. The began on their own 35-yard line. And a little soft touch pass. He's got him down that far sideline. Pushed out of bounds inside the 10 at about the 7-yard line. A big-time pickup for Appleton North. They are in business, 1st and goal.
Yeah, we talked about the versatility of the Appleton North offense, and there you saw it. You've been running Sheckelman, been running Martini. Suddenly, Herron's on the outside. Have him step back. You have one blocker on one defensive back out there. If Herron makes the catch, he has some running room, and that's exactly what happened there.
I'm sure if there's a 10 or an 18. Herron is 10, and 18 is Borland. Both big-time receivers here, but that was Herron. 1st and goal on the 7 with 5:15 remaining. Really trying to open things up here for the Lightning. Up under center is Shackelman. Take that back. He is in the shotgun. And a whistle. An illegal formation called on Appleton North.
Well, somebody was either on the line they shouldn't have been or not on the line and they should have been.
A little break in the momentum for North. They'll back him up 5 yards. It'll be 1st and goal on the 12 instead of the 7. Now the play comes in. 1st and goal, 5:15 remaining. Clock stop here in the 3rd quarter. Look for a big stop here if you're the Kaukauna defense. 2 receivers to the left, 1 here to the right. Shotgun again for Sheckelman. He takes it. And he takes it himself. He even had me faked out there. I thought he handed it off to Martini, but he took it off to the left side. Gains a few. Got those 5 yards back. It'll be 2nd down and goal.
Yeah, Owen Moss coming up from his safety position. He was just into the game. He's back out now, but he read that one very well, filled in. Didn't get suckered into the line, held his position, forced the play back inside where his teammates could make the tackle.
And the marker on the 8, 2nd down and goal for North. Now up under center. The give to Martini. He is wrapped up in the backfield, taken down by a swarm of galloping ghosts.
Oh, Carter Knack was there first. He
Oh,
broke
was
through
he?
the block and held up Martini, and everybody else could arrive.
Nice stuff up front from that Kaukauna defense. Back him up to the 10-yard line. A loss of 2, and all of a sudden it's 3rd and goal on the 10-yard line.
Yeah.
Sheckelman getting the call.
Yeah, and here's where Sheckelman and his running ability can really come in handy, because if you're Kaukauna and you're the pass rush, you've got to maintain lane integrity, as coaches like to call it, not to let Sheckelman out of the pocket, as this will probably be a pass. You see 2 receivers off to the left side on this one.
Martini alone set back. Fake handoff to him with some time. Shuffled out of the pocket. He's going to take it himself, and he will take it not to the end zone. He is knocked down really hard inside the 5-yard line. It will be 4th and goal for North.
Oh, that's Will Campbell. And if you're a linebacker, you wait for an opportunity like that to come rolling out and get a
Come
lick
on,
on a
challenge
player.
me. Yeah, you practice that every day. If you're a guy like him, just licking his chops.
Oh, I think Sheckelman was thinking, I can turn this up and get into the end zone.
Absolutely.
And you can see Will Campbell in a bus with 42 on it.
4th and goal at the 3-yard line. Of course, you go for it here.
It looks like Caleb Pop's going to come out and try the field goal.
Oh, all right. Trying to extend the lead. That is Caleb Pop, the 5'11", 170-pound junior, to try a 20-yard field goal. It is up, blocked. Goes up in the air. Did it go over? It did not go over. Wouldn't that have been something?
Oh, man. Yeah.
So the blocked extra point, special teams coming through, and the stop by the Kaukauna defense. How about that? So with 2:44 remaining, 3rd quarter, we remain 21-7. Back after this on the Fox Communities Credit Union video stream game of the week.
Wisconsin Savings Bank.
All right, play already here. Back on our Fox Communities Credit Union video stream game of the week, and an incomplete pass as Kaukauna took over with 2.5 minutes left to play here in the third quarter. 21-7. How big was that stop there for Kaukauna?
Oh, that was huge. It means you're still in the game. But now you have to get something going offensively, and we saw with the first play that Garrett Weinberg still having trouble having any time to throw. He's constantly rolling, and by this time it's starting to get into your head a little bit that you start expecting big blue jerseys to be on top of you, even if they're not immediately there. You're looking around at the line instead of looking at your receivers.
Second down and 10 on their own 20-yard line. 2:34 on the third quarter clock. Rolling as Weinberg throws, and it is complete to the 30-yard line across the 30. That should be enough for a first down.
Yeah, very nice job that time. And what Kaukauna did, the coaching staff said, okay, let's move Weinberg out of the pocket and set up a protector. One of the receivers stayed in to be a blocker for anybody chasing him. And got it off to Jacob Brockman.
Hurry up offense here by Kaukauna. Those 4 wideouts, a quick snap. And they'll run it. Down the left hash mark, still on his feet. Hunter Natrop across midfield into Appleton North territory. About a 20-yard pickup to the 48-yard line. It's 1st and 10 for the Ghosts.
Excellent call that time, knowing that Appleton North was going to be sitting in pass defense, figuring Kaukauna is going to throw, get Natrop going, give him a little crease, and big pickup.
Again, no huddle. They hurry up. Handoff to Natrop, and this time snuffed out by the North defense.
Nathan Schroff came up really nice. Shed his block and got into Natrop early.
6'3", 220, and a senior. Nathan Schroff. Second down and 10 with 1:40 remaining and counting in this third quarter. Weinberg takes a snap. Quick toss. And he's taken down. Nice ankle tackle in the open field. He found Natrop. If he breaks that tackle, that's a nice gain, but instead it's a loss, and it's going to be 3rd and long.
I believe that was Brennan Cate who came up. Number 32 checking into the game. And not only got to Natrop, but then made a form tackle. Hung onto him, got into his thighs, took his legs out from underneath him, and a loss of 4.
3rd and 14 on their own 48-yard line. Exactly 60 seconds left to play in this third quarter. And all kinds of movement up front by the Lightning. Were they drawn offside? That's the big question.
This is usually where teams point at one another.
Of course. It is going to be on Kaukauna. They were drawn offsides at right side of the offensive line. Didn't see a number, but somebody jumped and made about 3 or 4 blue jerseys go after it.
Yeah, we've seen this from the Ghosts all night, too. Something good happens. They set themselves up well, and then a couple of mistakes. And Matt Binsfield was talking about this before the game. Guys have to do their jobs and do their jobs effectively. It's so easy to want to do more than you're supposed to be doing, and that's where you get in trouble.
3rd down and 19 on their own 43-yard line. 40 seconds left to play. And the little shovel pass, it is complete to Natrop. Did he get enough? They needed 19.
Oh, that's close.
We'll see if they got the 19 or not. Referees are right there by the sticks. It wouldn't take much, and they're moving it. Needed 19, got about 19 and a football length. Wow, what a big 3rd down pickup for this Kaukauna offense.
Yeah, and Weinberg on the run once again, got it out to Natrop, and then a great block by Carson Sipple downfield about 15 yards into that play that let Natrop gain that extra 5 to get the first down.
27.9 seconds on the third quarter clock. Weinberg back to pass, had a guy there in the flat. Incomplete, Max Krieger. And so the clock will stop with 23.9 seconds left. Looks like it may have just kind of slipped out of his hand as the rain starts to pick up a little bit more here at Appleton North.
Slipped down. Weinberg led him a little bit. Krieger had slowed down waiting for the ball, and that miscommunication cost them that play.
23.9 seconds left. Third quarter. Handoff. Right side. Natrop. Taken down before he went out of bounds, so that should do it for quarter number 3. 15 seconds. Unless they can run up to the line, I don't think they're going to try.
Yeah, Will Schrader running down the line really effectively that time to make the stop.
Maybe they will. 3, 2, one. They do get a playoff. Weinberg heaving it way downfield and to nobody. Maybe trying for the pass interference. Was there?
Kaukauna wants it, but, officially there's not an uncatchable ball call in high school football. But that'll end the quarter. That one really was out to nobody.
Yep. All right, that's going to do it. We will switch sides after 3 quarters of play. Your score, it is Appleton North 21 and Kaukauna 7. Back after this on our Fox Communities Credit Union video stream game of the week.
The projects we construct afford us the opportunity to help those in need in more ways than one. And the momentum we create as a team allows us to make an impact greater than any one of us can achieve on our own. We are part of the community. We are where we live. We are Myron Construction.
Back here at Appleton North High School, Paul Lincoln Field is the site. Big game number 3, 2-0 Kaukauna, 1-1 Appleton North. North with the lead right now, 21-7. Kaukauna has the football, though, as we head to quarter number 4. Look at all of our fine sponsors: Fox Communities Credit Union, Myron Construction, East Wisconsin Savings Bank, and the Hawks Nest in Little Chute.
Well, we're looking at the radar, Joey. And
yeah, what's it look like?
Well, it should end just about the time the game does.
That's perfect. All right.
So.
Well, good. Then it won't hurt our equipment as we're hauling it away.
Well, if we survived last week hauling it down in the Bonta Bowl.
That was just, it was unbelievable.
Yeah, there was an arc that floated by some point of that.
Thing is, we couldn't start the game on time either because there was a storm right before the storm.
Oh,
starting quarter 4, who jumped first?
I think Carson Sipple turned up field just a little bit. He was in motion going from right to left and started to step up, and they're going to call him for illegal procedure.
Yep. Goes on the galloping ghosts on 4th down and 11. Back him up 5 more. 4th and 16. And on the 44-yard line, they've got to get up to the 28.
They're going to punt it away.
Into the wind is where they will be punting this, as you might be able to even see on our screen. Up there in the lights, you can definitely tell the precipitation has picked up, and so has the wind. Looking at Old Glory just to our left. Oh, she is flapping. So they'll punt into the wind, into the rain. It is away. Really good for going into it. And he will just let it die inside the 15. They'll mark it at the 13-yard line.
Yeah, nice punt. Seefeld really hit a low liner, like they say about a golf shot, into the wind. Keep it low, take the wind out of play. Well, that's what Kyle did that time. Whether that was intentional or not, it worked out and checked up nicely around the 13.
Be fun to play golf in this, wouldn't it? I don't think the heavy stuff's coming for a while.
Yeah, for about 3 minutes it'd be fun. Yeah, I'd play only one hole and go in to the 19th.
Exactly. This is great golfing, miniature golfing maybe.
Yeah. I'd sit inside the windmill at that point.
Here we go. Opening up quarter number 4. 11 seconds into it. North with a 2-score lead and the football. They'll just run right now, and Martini gets it. Breaking a tackle, carrying his defenders up to nearly 24-yard line, 25. That'll be enough for a first down.
Yeah, what a nice little sidestep, too, by Martini right at the line of scrimmage. He was headed one way, saw that closed off, and made a step. There was an opening, ran it forward for 10 yards and the first down.
Cal already with one of their 3 scores here this evening. A 68-yard touchdown run way back in the first quarter to open things up. Second play from scrimmage. And they have not looked back ever since. Back to pass now, and it is complete. Here on the near sideline, another first down. A nice sliding catch right on the sideline. Getting up kind of gingerly there.
Alex Heron. But,
There's Heron again,
and
yeah.
What a nice route he ran. I just happened to be watching him at that point. Did the stutter step, stop, turned immediately. Shuckelman, that's a piece of timing. That's when you've been working throughout August and in your off time, working on those patterns, the pitch and catch.
Are you surprised? We're opening up the fourth quarter. You have a 2-score lead. In these conditions, why don't you just run? They pass it for the second
that
time.
might be a lateral.
That is a backwards pass, and they blow it dead. That was very dangerous. I think Kaukauna caught a break there.
Well, Appleton North caught a break on that one.
Oh,
yeah.
Definitely.
Because when I saw it,
That's
the officials right there, and they made the call. We've got a little bit of an angle here, but from the 50-yard line. But, boy, that looked like that may have been a backwards pass.
But, again, that's 2 straight plays. Why are you passing? You stop the clock here. You're up by 2 scores. Just run. You got a guy like Martini.
Yeah, well, you've also got confidence in your defense.
This is true. So it brings up 2nd down and 10 on their own 37-yard line. A high snap. And the keeper by Shuckelman to the 44-yard line. He will gain 7. It'll be 2nd down and 3.
Yeah, for Kaukauna's defense, this is really an important series because if you don't succeed here, suddenly you start realizing it's wet, I'm wet, it's cold, and we're down. And that's when the heads start to drop a little bit. So if you can get a stand here and try to get something established, it's still just a 2-score game. Kaukauna's defense, especially, and the special teams have played very well tonight. Blocked punt and a messed up field goal.
Martini gets the give, diving forward. Yeah. Initial thought, I don't think he got it, but we'll see where the placement is.
Martini reached out right at the end as he fell, so that may have been enough.
Yes, just enough. They are waving him to go forward with a first down call on the 47-yard line. Clock will stop momentarily at 10 minutes and 10 seconds left. Now it will start back up. A 2-score lead for Appleton North. Big possession here. If they score here, you want to put the old spork in it.
Yeah, well, it's finally found a use for a spork. But it's one of those things, Martini, again, we talked about it earlier, getting positive yardage. He was hit, he was stopped, reached forward, and got that first down.
1st and 10, back to pass again as Shuckelman takes off running into Kaukauna territory. And a big-time 14-yard pickup for Shuckelman up to the 39, 1st and 10 North on a busted play that Shuckelman made something out of.
Yeah, Kaukauna tried to blitz that time, saying we're going to try to put the rush on him. And you take a chance because if Shuckelman gets loose, suddenly you're missing a linebacker there, and he has a lot of open room, which is exactly what happened. Missed tackle, and Shuckelman could pick up that yardage.
On the 39, clock runs, 9:15 remaining, fourth quarter. Again, the wideouts will set up before the line will get set. 1 to each side. Martini, the lone setback. Shuckelman up under center this time.
Tight formation.
Yep. Looking things over. Martini gets the call. Lowers that left hand to try and get some blockers. Gains a couple.
Yeah, and a good job by the Kaukauna defensive line holding things up just enough, which allowed Luke Eiding to come around the back of that formation and make the tackle on Martini.
They gave him 2, 2nd down and 8.
Zach Eiding, I should say, excuse me.
36-yard line, 2nd down and 7. They gave him 3. As the clock runs, 8.5 remaining. Tick, 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 tick now. Making this possession ever more important for both sides of the football. Coming down to it, Kaukauna trying to stay undefeated. North trying to get off to that early start in league play. Here is Martini leaping over defenders, shaking them left and right up to the 16-yard line. A 20-yard run for Martini. Move the sticks, 1st and 10 for North.
Yeah, when you've got a good line in front of you, Martini can take that extra step, and he's got quick feet. He's a big guy but has very quick feet, can make that little stutter, shift to the outside, and then accelerate. And that's a gift for a running back, and that's what separates the good ones from another running back.
6'1", 228 is what he's listed as, a senior. For Cal Martini. A 68-yard touchdown run earlier. Almost broke away for a second one there. He went out of bounds. 8:08 is what the clock stops at on the 16-yard line. Shotgun formation. Shekelman, a high snap. He hauls it in, fumbles it away, and luckily dives right there on it at the 20. A loss of 4.
Oh, and
maybe a wet football that time.
Will Campbell was there in a hurry, and suddenly the ball got loose from Shekelman. He thought he pulled it down, but there was Campbell to knock him around a little bit and push that one back, and that's a big play for the Kaukauna defense.
Clock continues to run, though. 7:45. It'll be 2nd down and 14. Right at the 20-yard line. Still in the red zone here for Appleton North. Got to give kudos again to our camera guy down here. It's Gary Bileski.
Yeah, we're going to ring
doing
him
a
out
great
after
job.
tonight's game. Yeah,
it has been a very windy and wet evening here tonight at Paul Engen Field. With 7:15 remaining, here is the give. Might have got a yard, or did he keep it himself?
He kept it himself.
Yeah, kept it himself. Just across the 20, so a big 3rd down here with exactly 7 minutes left to play.
Yeah, and Campbell and Owen Moss coming in that time didn't fall for the fake to Martini, stuck with Shekelman, kept their read, and made the play after a gain of just 1.
3rd down. They'll say 3rd and 14. 6:45 and counting. Big 3rd down here. Martini the lone setback. Wideouts to each side. Shekelman looking over the defense. Backs up. Calls the play. Takes it. Gives it. Martini jumping over defenders inside the 10. Not enough for a 1st down, so it's going to be 4th down and about 4 right at the 10-yard line.
But a strong run by Martini, and what
It
that
was.
play does, it grinds another 20 seconds off the clock. It also sets you up on a 4th down play, 4th and 3, that you can do a lot of things. And even if it fails, you still have a 2-score lead with less than 6 minutes left.
4th and 4, they'll call it, right on the 10-yard line. Clock runs under. 6 minutes left to play. Surprised maybe Kaukauna didn't take a timeout there. Both teams have 3 timeouts left here. Here we go, going for it. 4th and 4. Big play. High snap. Brought down. Nice pass to the corner, to the end zone. Touchdown. Appleton North. 10-yard touchdown pass to Alex Heron. And that is a big-time score for the Lightning.
Oh, and it is. What a nicely designed play, too. You've got Martini with the play action going up the middle. You draw the linebackers in. And what that does, you leave 2 defensive backs out in an island. Both of them have receivers that are blocking them. Gives Heron that wide-open lane down the sideline. And even if that play fails, you've set Kaukauna up way back in their own territory. But you get the score on it for 10 yards, and that pretty much could be the sealer right there.
Lines are down here for the extra point. Caden Pop will pop it in the air, and it is no good. Wide left. So your new score, it is Appleton North 27 and Kaukauna 7. We'll take a quick break, and we'll come back. More action here, our Fox Communities Credit Union video stream game of the week.
After tonight's game, get the gang over to the Hawk's Nest for some wings and pizza. The new Anytime menu is available 6 a.m. to close. Be sure to try their delicious Friday night fish fry. Oh, and there's free breakfast every Saturday morning, 8 to 11. Check out the newly renovated Riverside patio and stage with live music weekly with local and national acts. And a private dock for all you boaters. The Hawk's Nest, 1621 West Main Street in Little Chute.
Here we go. Out of the end zone. So Kaukauna, once again, will start on their own 20-yard line with 5:37 remaining here in the 4th quarter. How big was that score there, Dick?
Oh, score was huge. And as we mentioned, even if that play had failed, you would have put Kaukauna in a situation where they're way back in their own territory with 5.5 left. But you get that. Now you're looking at a 20-point ball game. 3 scores Kaukauna needs. This will really be tough, especially the way that their offense has struggled throughout this game.
5:37 showing on the fourth quarter clock. 20-point lead for Appleton North. Kaukauna in a must-score possession here. Rolling to his right. Still on his feet, through it, or did he step out of bounds first? I think he may have, yep.
Which is really too bad because he did complete the pass across the middle. Got that away to Buchinger.
But he stepped out of bounds, so officially it will go down as a sack here for the North defense, as somebody coming off gingerly here for Appleton North. Brock Salm, hopefully he's okay. Salm with the big punt return for a touchdown earlier. He comes off and is being attended by the trainers. 2nd down and 16, a loss of 6. Throwing across his body once again, and he's got a guy open there. That is Sipple in the open field across the 40 to the 42-yard line. Big pickup here for Kaukauna. 1st and 10 for them.
Oh, a risky play, too, but at this point in the game, you've got to try a risky play. The standard plays haven't been working, and so you move left and keep Sipple on the right and hope the defense gets suckered over, and they did.
How about what Weinberg can do? He's done that more than once tonight. He'll be going one way. He throws it the other way.
Yeah, that's good arm strength. It's always a little bit risky because you have to square your shoulders to where you're throwing. Otherwise, the ball has a tendency to sail or dive or end up going the wrong direction. And now we've got a timeout on the field.
Timeout is called, so that gives us a chance to talk about what we have coming up here on our Fox Communities Credit Union.
Yep.
Video stream game of the week. Tonight we have that. Let's see here. Next up, we've got Xavier and Fox Valley Lutheran.
The Apple Bowl.
Yeah, the Apple Bowl coming up next week. So that'll be fun. Xavier and Fox Valley Lutheran. Actually, that's September 10th. Yeah, so that's next week.
It is
what am I
next week,
thinking? Yeah. It's already September. I keep thinking it's not yet.
Interesting thing, too, Xavier played last week in a game that will go down as a tie.
Yeah.
You just don't have that anymore.
No, you don't see that very often. And there was one game, too, over in the Wausau area. High snap. Weinberg finds it and cradles it at the 32. It'll be a loss of 10.
Yeah, and he got hit at a weird angle, too. You hate to see that. He was bent over picking up the football, and then you saw Ethan Hansen come in and make a dive for it, and I think he came across the back of the head of Weinberg. He's up, and that's good to see. But that's just one of those weird angles you end up in a football play where suddenly you can get dazed pretty easily.
Loss of 10, like I said. It's a 2nd down and 21 on the 32-yard line. Yeah, we saw a lot of weird things last week. It came over in Wausau. I forget what the teams were, but 2 minutes into the game, it was 14-0. Then the rains came, and the one team said, "You win." Just gave it to them 2 minutes in.
Wow.
I forget who it was, though, but it was in the Wausau area. Scrambling Weinberg, and he gets out of bounds, gains a few, across the 35 to the 36-yard line, but it is going to be a 3rd and long.
Yeah, when the Kaukauna coaches break down this tape and show it to their offense this coming week, it's going to be, okay, guys, if you're a pass receiver, our route running has to improve. It has to get crisper. The line play has to be crisper. A lot of teaching moments they're going to have on this, and you credit that to Appleton North. Their defense has just been very strong. We knew they had Kaukauna outsized up front, but their speed in the linebacker and defensive back area has been able to hang with the Kaukauna receivers tonight, and that's been a big factor.
3rd down and 15, 3:45 remaining, and the screenplay, somehow he found his man out in the wide open down the near sideline. That is Sipple, and taken down at the 15-yard line. My goodness, Carson Sipple. How in the world did Weinberg get that one even off?
He was looking for him, and Carson Sipple made his own opening on that one. And his teammates grabbed him and said, it looked like Carson was woofing a little bit. You're down 27-7. You don't want to do that. But that was a huge play.
1st and 10 on a 15-yard line. Hand off to Natrop. Hit right at the line of scrimmage. Might have got about a half of a yard. Clock runs with 3:20 remaining. Both teams with 3 timeouts. Kind of surprised Kaukauna may not have used one here. They're taking it kind of slow here, and the clock continues to go.
Yeah, Ben Frantel with a really nice play from his linebacker position. Came up and filled that hole and just followed Natrop right around the edge.
2nd down and 9 on the 14-yard line. Again, taking their time. Clock runs right at 3 minutes. And again, all 3 timeouts for them. All right. Weinberg sets up with Natrop just to his left. Now back to pass. He's looking left. He throws it in between defenders. It'll fall incomplete. Clock will stop with 2:44 remaining. 2nd down and 9.
Yeah, and the Lightning that time had a delayed blitz coming through, but they really didn't need it. Wes King shed his block, and he was chasing Weinberg over to the right, and Weinberg suddenly said, I just have to throw this, kill the clock, find some place to put it where nobody can catch it, and save the day for another play.
It is 3rd down and 9 on the 14-yard line. Weinberg rolling to his left, scrambles to his right, decides to take off running. Little stiff arm, not enough to run down in the backfield by big number 55. That is Ben Frantal. He's 6'3", 209-pound junior. No gain on the play. 4th down and 9. This will do it here for Kaukauna.
Again, credit the coverage of the Lightning that time because Weinberg did have a little time to throw, but there was nobody open. Nobody was looking for the football. Everybody was covered up.
Here we go. Right at the 2-minute warning. 4th down and 9 on the 14-yard line. They dropped a lone setback. Weinberg scrambles. Finds a guy that was going in motion, running towards the pylon. Did he get it? He did not get in.
But a 1st down.
But it is a 1st down. Sipple trying to reach across, but at the 1-foot line, it is a 4th down conversion. It'll be 1st and goal on the 1-foot line here for Kaukauna with 1:50 remaining.
Yeah, Carson thought he got in. He was asking the
I
referee
did too.
about
I
that.
really thought he knocked that pylon over.
But had he stepped out of bounds before he did? That's the big question.
Here's Weinberg in the shotgun formation again. He hands off to Natrop. He will dive, and he will not get in. Nice coverage.
Yep. Brock Arndt stepping in.
Brock Arndt, the sophomore linebacker.
Had 14 tackles against Franklin season opener.
1.5 minutes, 91 seconds left to play, and Weinberg's wrapped up in the backfield, sacked back near the 5-yard line. Good penetration again from that Lightning defense. Busting through, big number 52 again, Ben Isom in there.
Yeah, that time they tried to do a little misdirection, fake the handoff to Natrop, and then Weinberg get through. But the way that the Lightning have pushed back the Kaukauna offensive line tonight, those kind of plays often just don't work. There's just too much time being spent, and suddenly you've got the Lightning in your backfield.
3rd and goal on the 4-yard line. Weinberg hands it off, and again taken down. Maybe a gain of 1 or 2.
Yep.
Wrapped up once again as Natrop. It's going to be 4th down and goal.
Timeout Kaukauna.
So the Lightning take a timeout. We'll take our final one as well. Why don't we give one of our sponsors a chance to get in a word here. Back with the final of this one here after this.
My name is Mike Pastorelli, and I am the auto buying specialist for Fox Communities Credit Union. I just really enjoy helping people and make sure that they get the best bang for their dollar when they're walking to a car lot. I've met members at car dealerships and helped them sit down with the salesperson, whatever you need me to do. It's exciting. Buying a new car, getting it home for the first time. They know that they got the most car for the monthly payment that they wanted to spend. We help make life happen.
Fox Communities Credit Union.
Back here one final time on our Fox Communities Credit Union video stream game of the week. Down to the wire here, 27-7. We only have 46 seconds showing on the clock. The first timeout taken here by Kaukauna. They are down 27-7. It is 4th down and goal on the 4-yard line. We'll see if they can punch it in.
Stacking receivers off on the left side.
Weinberg, incomplete pass, looking in the end zone for Nolan Hall. Could not haul it in, and that is going to do it for this one.
And a great rotation on the defense. The stacked receivers, 3 to the left. Defense was looking that way. Nolan Hall on one defensive back, but the linebacker shifted over on that little cut-in and really squeezed the play, and so Weinberg could not get the ball into that tight spot.
So North takes over to the sustained drive. That started on their own 20-yard line. That took about 5 minutes off of the clock. And they were knocking on the door. They were on the 1-foot line.
Yep.
Couldn't get it in.
That's twice tonight they've been at the 1. Couldn't
Yeah.
get the ball in.
That's a good point. I forgot about the other one. And with 42 seconds left, they will hand this one off. Wrapped up after about a gain of 1.
Yeah,
Clock runs right at 30 seconds left, and that should do it. They do not have to run another play. And both teams realizing that. Ball is marked.
Yeah, let's see
and the North faithful coming to their feet after an opening night loss. They will win their second in a row. Kaukauna will drop their first game of the year with 5 seconds left. Both teams just standing around and waiting for this one to go to all zeros, and it does. 3 zeros on the clock. Your final score here tonight. Appleton North 27 and Kaukauna 7. Immediate thoughts here, Dick Napinski.
Well, tonight it was Appleton North asserting their dominance on the front, both offensively and defensively. Up on the line, won this game for the Lightning. They never gave Weinberg a chance to get settled into a passing game whatsoever. The big plays to Carson Sipple were ones that were kind of broken plays that somehow worked out well, including the touchdown. But it was just one of those things. Kaukauna defense just could not withstand the versatility that the Lightning threw at him tonight. And just too many weapons by the Lightning for the Ghost to handle.
It really started from the very get-go. Second play from scrimmage. 68-yard touchdown run by Cal Martini. Made it 7-0 right from the get-go, and then Kaukauna turned the ball over on their first possession, and North never looked back. Kind of got a little close there. We had a 10-yard run by Scheckelman, and then it was Kaukauna getting on the board in the second quarter. 67-yard pass, Sipple from Weinberg. That made it 14-7. Got you thinking maybe something's cooking here for Kaukauna, but unable to get over that. The 45-yard punt return by Brock Salm there in that third quarter, and that pretty much sealed the deal. Also a fourth down. Alex Heron there in the fourth quarter with 5:37 remaining to made it 27-7.
And that drive soaked up so much time. North took it the entire way down, used 2-3 plays to get a first down each and every time. And Kaukauna twice down on the 1-yard line, neither time could come up with a score. And those things, if you're trying to grab momentum, kills that opportunity right there. So Kaukauna had those opportunities, and they had to make the most of them tonight because they did not have that many opportunities against the Lightning.
That, according to my records here, a 6-minute, 12-second drive that was capped off by the fourth down conversion, the 10-yard pass to Alex Heron. That did them in. Yeah, they took a lot of time off the clock. I just now realized that they went from 11:49 down to 5:37. And that does it. 27-7, your final score here this evening. Let's see here. Coming up next for both of these teams. Let's take a look at those. Kaukauna up next. Of course, they dropped to 2-1 now on the season. A couple of home games for them against the Oshkosh teams. North and West come to town for Kaukauna.
Yeah, Oshkosh North trying to build their program back up. Oshkosh West a little bit stronger this year. They've got some good offensive weapons. Their defense playing very well. So they're going to have to be ready for that one.
And then you say North was giving Kimberly a fight tonight.
Yeah, it was 14-6 at halftime, Papermakers.
All right. I'll check in on that one. For North, they go to
Kimberly.
2-1. And how about that one? North at Kimberly. Guess who gets that on the radio next week?
Yeah,
this guy.
Yeah, you're not going to have any time to rest if you're Appleton North. Listen, they're going to tell them, enjoy it tonight, guys. Get some rest, get some sleep. We're going to start watching tape tomorrow.
Cannot wait to do that one. That will be on School Radio next week. I will have the call of that one. I think Jonathan Dinsey is going to be my color guy for that one. That'll be next Friday. It is North at Kimberly. And then, then they welcome in Neenah as well. But after that opening loss to Franklin, couple of wins here in a row to get Coach Salm and his team going here. As far as our Fox Communities Credit Union video stream game of the week, that'll be next Friday. The Apple Bowl, Xavier, Fox Valley Lutheran. Always fun, doesn't matter where it's at. These two teams, man, it is always a fun game. And one of the big traditions in the rivalries here in the Fox Valley, Xavier and Fox Valley Lutheran. And as I said, radio broadcast, that's going to be next Friday. It'll be North and Kimberly. All right, that's going to do it here. Let's thank all of our sponsors, Fox Communities Credit Union, Myron Construction, East Wisconsin Savings Bank, and the Hawk's Nest just outside of Little Chute. And that's going to do it for us. For Gary Bileski, our very brave
and damp
camera guy here this evening. That's Dick Napinski. I am Joey D bidding you farewell from Appleton North High School, where, again, your final score here this evening. North wins it. They go to 2-1 on the season as they drop Kaukauna by a score of 27-7. This has been a presentation of Woodward Communications.